My children are going to school. Our school fee, and I can what school fee to pay. I don't pay school fee. My children get my dollar. My daughter, yes, about all the present. My daughter saying that. Yes. Children, we are with you. My children go to school. I'm going to pay them free education. Yes, I'm going to join here. Once they start grade, send my child to school. But for the time when they start grade, send my child to school. They put them on the start grade, so my child go to school. Yes. And the principal man is there. He lied to us. He let us go. More about money every day. More about money. My principal in the game, but who the principal not doing nothing for us. Moses is going to be working. And the president will not Moses is going to be there. Nothing will not get it. Who can want to get cover? Yeah.
So no buying right now.
Yes. No person for money. Yes. And we are there. I was taking pay. What's that pay? Former soldier. Soldier. My father went forward. My father died. My father joined the army. Yes. No person for money. Yes. And we are there. I was taking pay. What's that pay? Former soldier. Soldier. My father went forward. My father died. My father joined the army. Nothing someone there now. My father joined the army. He went forward. He came back. The money is not getting $5. So we are going on. He must be young. So we are to pay me. I'm a beneficiary. So we are to get my whole paper there with my money. They need to put my paper down. But some workers say power. $5 I receive. Workers say, let me buy it and not take it. Let's have money and not take it. Workers say, you not get $5 to Willow. After later, Willow and not take $5. Workers can't pay off. You can't pay off. And today, I see this shame. Cannot have him a feeling from nobody. Yes, I'm fucking see this shame. And that's what they do. That's what they're doing. Don't now when they try it. They can't even try it. Don't now. We will be on job. We are.
So you keep saying they can try it. Can you tell us something?
The rescue that can rescue. People dying of hunger. Go to the gas. Your food. So we are telling you to set them up and press up. Now, what if 335? 3,500 present for that. The brother rescue, you cannot rescue. We're all done. People behind it. People going through the hunger. And the top down, whatever not going to school. We behind it. Then they push on the people. Why you push on the people? Don't let them know we're taking you. We got that for us. And that's what they do. That's what they're doing. Don't let them know when they try it. They can't even try it. Don't let them know. We will be on job. We are.
So you keep saying they can try it. Can you tell us something? The rescue that can rescue. People dying of hunger. Go to the gas. Your food. So we are telling you to set them up and press up. Now, what if 3,500 present for that. The brother rescue, you cannot rescue. We're all done. People behind it. People going through the hunger. And the top down, whatever not going to school. We behind it. Then they push on the people. Why you push on the people? Don't let them know we're taking you.
This is Press Africa Network. Live direct from Banda City here in Bong County. And we want to say welcome, share the live. Wherever you are, we want to say welcome live to Press Africa Network. And so, my name is Melvin Siaka. And we are here live at the Bangat Administration Building. bringing you live coverage of protests by some aggrieved partisans of the Unity Party. And so they are here. You're going to be speaking with them. You're going to be speaking with them to tell us exactly what is the intent of the protests. The students are here. I mean, the students are partisans of the Unity Party. Disenchanted partisans of the Unity Party are here as the Bangladesh administration bill. And according to them, the Superintendent Norris. So we will be speaking with them here. They will talk to us more about their protests. Telling us online across Africa Network. Share this live, share the live. We are all unity thousands who have come here today protests in demand of job opportunities. And they are alleging being marginalized by officials from the party. So for hierarchies of the Unity Party. And also know exactly what is happening here today. So welcome. Thanks for joining us wherever you are. My name is Melvin Siaka. They are here ensuring that
okay, the youth chairman of the Unity Party branch in Bon County. So, and with other party leadership from the youth in Ango. So, I'm Mr. Fowler Yamakopo Tima. I'm a cheerleader of this great party. So, and I heard this morning that you guys have come out and lock the administration gate.
Yes, they lock. And
you know that gate is a gateway to the county. So they get is a gateway to the Unity Party development.
Yes. The youth congress is just chatting about it.
So this morning, this kind of leadership, and you guys are already versed, and we also as a mother for the party, and John Day is not here, the co-chair is not here, and they also in leadership in Monrovia. I keep to appeal to the young people that we born. They cannot born again. So, open this gate. Open this gate. And then play again. You present me as a party cheerleader, and I present it to the county administration.
Amanda. Say yo, we are here for peaceful assembly. Say yo, the report authority account. Say yo, as I said, people who are in the sports and who want to listen to them. Say yo.
Because you see the story in the Bible, the other woman said the child for me, the other one said the child for me, and the other one the child not for he said, let's call the child to have. And we don't want to call the child to have. The child is belong to the Liberian people. We are one. Liberia has won. We are trying to say Liberia has I'll give the county leadership. I will take cabinet, back to my office for the party chairman, and other policies will be able to get we want to speak them. No longer thank you.
Yes. So before the chairman talk, we want to be very clear. We have planned this thing to go for more than 1 week. Because of your respect, you are a model for many of us. That's the reason we unanimously talk to our colleagues to agree and go and send our petition to you and take it to whoever want our petition to come. But indeed, with other people who are working in the next situation with you, we couldn't listen to them. That's the reason our own father came here. We say we don't want to listen to you. But right now, because we all know where we all come from and we know what you can do behind the scene, the young people will give you that audience. The young people will give you that time to make sure if there will be ultimatum If they can't be met, we will go for more than one. We will make a bid of whoever that they respect us or continue to they respect us. So you can talk.
So they get 100 bag of red. Waiting. 100 bag of red waiting.
So we will not come. Children, and say we will not.
Already got 100 bag of red
because we are hurt. We are hurt. There's a reason why we keep to do this peaceful protest. So, as you have spoken to us to allow us to open this gate, we're going to talk with police for us to open the gate, and we'll still be here with our placard, and we'll read our petition statement. We'll give it to you, and we'll give it to whosoever here to give it to them for our voices to be heard, because we are hurt. The people have treated us bad in this country. We're tired with the situation. So thank you very much.
So I want to say thank you again to the young people of the Great United Party for adhering to my voice as a cheerleader for the party over 20, 30 years now. And I'm grateful. And the county inspector, I was saying I saw Mr. Salasu from the same party, and I see so many faces. I want to say thank you to our young people, thank you to the county, and we release
nothing for the party.
And I want to say, open the gate, let's go in, then you'll be able to read a plan, then we'll go to.
Well, we can read a plan for open again. Oh man, we can read to here. We can read ourselves. We can read our plan to the other. We will not give the petition in the absence of the superintendent. We want her to be present. While we agree to open the gate, she will be present on the process.
I appeal that the honorable superintendent also para everyone of us.
No, she do.
So welcome, we're still here. We are still here, and so they are expected to present a full petition to.
Moving forward.
You see what?
Police were lost in the country and
How will police lost?
we'll go to the house one by one. We'll cover our children.
How will you cover
There's no law in this country again.
Why you mean by there is no law?
As honor man, the justice system of our country. So there's no law in the country. Mr. Baka feel that he have reckless in heart to control our country and make our country look irresponsible. So we are saying it without fear of faith.
Do you have that capacity
to
go for police?
He was lost.
Who him?
What
do you have in your possession? What do you have in your possession to go for police officer?
You don't need to know what I have in my possession. Him was lost. We will make sure him was lost in this country.
Your own record, the police are watching you. They will come after you.
Gregor Koma, I've never read Gregor Koma. Gregor Koma was lost in the country. He was lost. I will go for Gregor Koma.
Gregor Koma is highly protected with about 6 armed men. How will you go for him?
The same way Fanatic Koma was protected. Fanatic Koma was protected with armed men. The go for Fanatic Koma. The same way we will go for them. Him or being lost in this country. Police officer was lost in the country. Take me on record. Liberia is a law-abiding country now. Liberia will turn into Africa Coast.
Are you threatening the police?
Mr. Baka will be.
What capacity do you have? Are you threatening the police? Why are you angry? What capacity do you have?
I'm angry because Mr. Baka has respected the constitution of our country.
What means?
Mr. Baka, some people rule, and Mr. Baka saying you do business with whosoever.
We're not supposed to put camera on the mayor. We're not supposed to do it. We're not supposed to do it. We're not supposed to do it.
Mr. Baka, the first person to give the final ballot of the capital building fire. So Mr. Baka, you don't know Mr. Baka called the minority black hooligans. You don't know what is substantial evidence that Mr. Baka had. Mr. Baka, I'm saying it, police were lost. I repeat it, police were lost. If there's a threat, I made a threat. Police were lost. Police were lost. Mr. Baka should be warned. Tomorrow will be here.
Why the police? Why you don't want to make police?
The terror rate, the price of commodities continue to skyrocket, basic living standard continue to plummet, the economy is suffering serious shock and must constitute an emergency attention of government for serious consideration to take measures to address this deplorable economic condition that is affecting our people and the life of countless millions Liberians who don't deserve to be left to wander in the valley of despair. The healthcare delivery service is in shambles. Many hospitals in the country today, even in Monrovia, which is the capital of the country that is supposed to see the maximization of basic healthcare services to patients, is experiencing serious problems at the healthcare level. Go to JFK today, you will realize that patients are left on the floor without treatment, without care. Huge sum of money is being requested that remains unaffordable for ordinary Liberian citizens. You may afford plane ticket to go for training in India or to go for training in Accra. So to you, $100, United States dollars, or 10,000 Liberian dollars or its equivalent may not be considered anything viable. But for the ordinary Liberian citizen who is either unemployed or who is in the business sector, in the small business sector, who sits behind his table looking to sell commodities without any customer to ask how much is this or how much is that. For the poor market woman who is selling at Waterside Market or Pinsville Red Light or Gorbachev, who leaves her home and go to the market ground without any customer asking how much is the better ball, who must pay more than twice or almost twice what it takes to sell in the day on transportation. The struggle to go to do business, they pay money to go to the market, no customer to buy because the economy is difficult. For these Liberian citizens, when sickness comes knocking at their door and you tragically go to the state referral hospital, whether Redemption, whether the John F. K. Medical Center, whether 14 Military Hospital, $50, $10,000, $8,000, even $30,000 is too much to afford, especially when there are insensitive healthcare workers that demand registration money before a patient is treated. And most times, when our sisters and our brothers are diagnosed with a medical problem, hospitals simply write prescription requests and request the client, they request the patients to go to private pharmacists to buy prescription drugs. In several cases, these private pharmacies are owned by medical doctors, government officials, who are government employees, but running private pharmacies where drugs, medication continue to be expensive, but yet patients are required to take prescription requests to these institutions, private institutions, about medical drugs to treat themselves, and most times they don't have it. We think these things should warrant the attention of government. The healthcare condition in Monrovia is so deplorable. If it is bad in Monrovia, the capital of the country, if prescription drugs cannot be found in the JFK medical facility, if patients cannot find bed to be treated, if patients are being held against their will to pay $10,000 that they cannot afford, and they are held for $10,000 for weeks. In some cases, women that are giving birth to babies can't find affordable food. The hospital cannot supply or provide food for nursing mothers. And sometimes doctors or nurses have to put money together right at JFK to provide food that is nutritional enough for nursing baby mothers. Not in River G, not in Lofa, not in Maryland, right here at the JFK Medical Center. If these things are happening at the JFK Medical Center, then think about what else is happening in the counties that are cut off from basic social services in the country. Think about Maryland. Think about Grand Cape More County. Think about Buffalo, Lofa, Bon County, Nimba County, Grand Juda County. The healthcare condition in the country is so deplorable that it must now constitute a national emergency. But the president does not believe it is an important sector of governance to warrant his priority, but instead, they've chosen to neglect these very important priority policy areas and have diverted their attention on witch hunt. We believe the arrest and detention of 6 lawmakers plus other Liberian nationals is a witch hunt compounded by government's inability to address the bread and butter issues affecting Liberians. And so they chose to create a distraction that keeps the public distracted from the seriousness of the challenges confronting their lives, and that everyone is now focused on the arrest of lawmakers in the burning of a part of the Capitol building. Now, we had issued a statement some time ago calling for an investigation into what has now been concluded as an arson attack. And we called a few weeks or months ago for speedy investigation to establish the root cause of the fire incidents. Now, when we saw the director of police rounding up members of the legislature, having them arrested on Friday, which means it was premeditated that these lawmakers should be arrested, not only because there is an assumption of the commission of a crime, that because government officials or the presidency want to see them suffer. Or else, why will you arrest members of the legislature on Friday if it is going to keep them in jail indefinitely up until Monday? So the fact that President Bouaké passed on the instruction to have these individuals arrested on Friday is indicative of the fact that they have been witch hunted, and the president is interested more in vengeance than in justice. These are not people that are a flat risk. They are not wanted individuals on the run. They are available. So what provided the basis to have them arrested on Friday? To complicate their release on Saturday and Sunday, if not to keep them in jail indefinitely over the weekend up until Monday. We think this is also one of the clearest demonstrations that the arrest and detention of the 6 lawmakers and other Liberian citizens like Barcus Kape is intended to deliberately violate their right to witch hunt them because they belong to a certain political classification that is undesirable by the presidency. And we think every Liberian citizen should stand up and say no to these things. Enough of the witch hunt. It will only carry us backward and undermine our democracy and the fundamental basis of the rule of law. Now, it is interesting that the Liberian National Police is in a hurry to arrest lawmakers. Now, it doesn't mean that these lawmakers are the founders of Liberian nationals. That's not my argument. Regardless of what or how they may conduct themselves in the legislature, does not provide basis for the arrest to be violated in circumstances or other circumstances that clearly demonstrate a witch hunt and political targeting. Now let's look at the police department. It is interesting how eager and zealous that the police director, Mr. Gregory Coleman, is so desperate to incarcerate certain members of the legislature on a Friday, and where it became a national debate, where international actors had to get involved before they were sent to court on Saturday. The police, under the circumstances, is compromised. The police does not have the credibility to be an enforcer of the law, and by the police, I mean the police under Gregory Coleman, under his jurisdiction. And why do I say that? When the former speaker, whose presentation was coerced by President Boakai, we have to make that state that clearly, when he was still in the impasse, he had written the Supreme Court in a Bill of Information petition to interpret or to clearly come out and give meaning to the initial ruling that was passed by that final arbiter of justice. That Bill of Information was preceded by the decision of the Justice Minister to criminally interpret the Supreme Court ruling in favor of the majority of lawmakers that were abusers of the law in the impasse involving an attempted removed Speaker Jonathan Fernandez Kofa. The Justice Minister's interpretation of the law was not only unfounded, but constituted a criminal basis for his resignation. How do I know that? Because the same Supreme Court acting on the Bill of Information clearly established that the Justice Minister was wrong, and that he interpreted the initial ruling with biased intent. The moment that ruling came out from the Supreme Court, the Justice Minister became a party and an actor in that impasse or in that controversy. Why is this important? Because the Liberian National Police acts under the jurisdiction of the Minister of Justice. So it is no wonder that in manipulating that initial ruling, the security detail of Mr. Kofa was withdrawn, leaving him vulnerable, and redeployed to protect a speaker that in my view today remains a rogue speaker, Rachel Coon. So the Justice Minister's decision made him a party for the legislature brouhaha. The Justice Minister influences and provides administrative oversight of Gregory Coleman.
We serve technical jobs like that. We serve for Liberians unless no qualified Liberians. The issue here is when I ask the minister, why you pay 45 Liberians operating the same truck, the same equipment, working on the same work time? Why you paying the Liberians 600 and you paying the non-Liberians? But I brought him, I need to tell him my colleague. Thank you. Why you paying the Liberians 600 for operating the technical truck, and you paying the non-Liberian 3,000 for operating the same technical truck? I thought that the same skill. Why? Why you even employ more foreign drivers than Liberians? The argument was they couldn't find qualified Liberians to operate the kind of equipment. Which makes sense to me. But if you find some Liberian qualified like the non-Liberian, why are you paying the Liberian 600 a month and paying the non-Liberian 3,000? This is one of the labor issue. The work permit issue, Madam President, and let me defeat the argument that 10,000 work permit is insignificant and inconsequential when compared to the population of 5.2 million. That argument is faint, lazy, it will never be debated. Because when you talk about employment, you don't talk about your population altogether. Because in that population, there are plenty there below 18 not in the employment category. You don't call that out. You talk about the employment, the employable population. If you take out the employable population, 10,000 in the private sector, that's not small thing. They're paying $200, $400, $1,000, $5,000. That's not small thing. The labor minister, Marakote, distinguished colleagues, are appealing to the chairman of the labor committee. We must push this thing so that it will push for 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 jobs for our people in the private sector. Just imagine a plenty of people were employing Grand Gina. Even the request will be reduced on you. Yeah. The civil will Montevideo. The civil across. We must do our work. The Senate must take a deliberate decision today, Marakote, on this issue. The Senate must take a deliberate decision today on this issue. We will not, and let me repeat, we will not pass traffic law because the executive is not implementing the traffic law. When there's traffic, the public say, your lawmaker, what you're doing. We shouldn't do our work. But the executive is not doing his work. It comes back to us. When you want lawmaker, you get out for your car, you say you want to be good citizens to help direct the traffic, say lawmaker and all go direct traffic. In no function. What we will do? We create avenue for our people to get jobs. Then the executive give the job to non-Liberians. Then Liberians asking us, why are you doing to get our job? They will say that you want to defend the minister. It shouldn't be.
Thank you, Senator.
Yes, thank you.
Folks, he's on Libera television.
Thank you, Madam Pro Tem, and thank you to the chair and members of the Labour Committee. I think this is a full report. I really wanted to make a comment on the proposal for the amount, the threshold that the committee is proposing. I think there's a need to look at the detailed report submitted and identify those positions that are being occupied by non-Nigerians that should otherwise be occupied by Nigerians and come up with that number based on the actual statistics and not just arbitrary recommending a certain amount. It may be more than 7,000, who knows? But we should go through the documents and identify that. Because I share some of the sentiments that Senator Dillon expressed. We cannot have a country that people are still looking for jobs, and there are jobs that Nigerians can do, and those jobs are not given to Liberians. Because when you look at the list, you see a lot of places. Even financial managers. It's not like in the systems where we have to bring other nationalities to be controllers here. We have universities that are producing graduates every year. Where do they get jobs if they can't get it from the private sector? That's why the government is so bright. You go to institutions, they are all
labor, skilled labor from neighboring countries. That's why in the past, a long time ago, had so many Ghanaians and Sierra Leoneans were happy. But even secretaries, we didn't have schools, doing our secretary a long time ago. Bookkeepers, we didn't have. But we bring people from outside. Yes, understandably. But later on, as a country, we decided to address that problem. And so we have these institutions in our country training our people. Why shouldn't they work? Why should they be sacrificed for foreign labor? I don't understand that. The rationale for bringing in foreign labor is only to make up for the deficit for local labor in terms of skills. If the skills are not available, we don't have, yes, indeed. The industries have to run, the commercial entities have to do business, they have to work. So these people are needed. But if we have them, and I say have them in abundance, Why do we need these people? Why do we deprive our own people of work and prioritize foreigners? No country does that. No other country does that but Liberia. We open the floodgates, allow these people to come, whatever reason, they're here. Then the minister comes and tells us, oh, you know, I had a budget quota to meet, so I have to do that. That minister should have even told LRA that I have an obligation to the Liberian people. Our people don't have jobs. So if I have to issue a work permit just to generate revenue, then I'm doing a service to our people. It's a service to our people. What's a work permit? Somebody just say, yeah, what it is, $1,000. Yes, Gonglu. Are you in the private sector then? Gonglu did that. And that was the reason. You wanted to make it difficult for them to get a work permit. Because yeah, if you bring in just somebody to come stand over our people, they want to.
Back alongside this morning, behind the camera, producing all of the videos and sounds as well. While you're watching, we keep you as it is and ask you to join us and follow the conversation from wherever you are across the world. But it's always good to join the morning ride, your breakfast info companion program from the city of Pinze, Mosurado, Liberia. We so welcome where we walk to walk and talk to talk. And as usual, help to shift the paradigm of our democracy. But welcome, folks. It promises to be great. There are a lot of things to talk about this morning. We word of the storm to be here as usual, and we are here, and you will be served. Your palatable breakfast, your dinner, your supper, your lunch, based on your timeline following us. You can follow us on Cool 91.9, Cool Radio Online, Cool Kid News, and our YouTube channel as well. You just go there and you will certainly, you leave your comments, we try to read it out. The lines will certainly be activated at the appropriate time, which you will have the time to weigh in on the discussion. And your views and opinions are well respected, but what supersedes facts? Respect what you say, we respect what you say. Folks, welcome. We are getting a report following the heavy downpour of rain in the Pinville City Hall community, the avenue leading to the Huff Avenue after Bishop Village. We understand there's a fan that fell and people were wounded in the process, so we're asking that the medical team or the police or whatever rescue team can move this, swiftly and see how this Liberians process. And we hope that these are some of the things we said before. We don't pray for these things, but we always ask as to whether we are always prepared and ready when some of these things are happening. So we are now saying to you, we are getting a report that if fan fell in the Pinville City Hall community, after Bishop Billy, the Huff area, and we are hearing schools of Liberians or some residents of that area were injured in the process. So we hope that we can take charge of that. This is a current call to the national police, our health team, and whatsoever to move them strictly and see how their lives can be safe in the process. And these are some of the things that we said before, that look, there are agency and ministry responsible for some of these things. Sometimes you get on the standby. Where are the hotlines? Where are the educations that should be provided to the people? There are people trapped this morning in their homes that cannot even come up. On my way to work, I saw a lot of people. Kids are on store shops waiting for motorbikes or taxi, keke or whatever. Folks, and you see some of the homes already flooded. Businesses, how do they open? How some of these folks even get out? So we are now asking the National Disaster Management Agency to act swiftly and not making projection that 60,000 people will be affected with this. What mechanism you put into place? What's the education? What's the hotlines? And these are information that should be provided to the public, not waiting for these things to occur. We know that some of these things that will happen actually will happen because people wrongly build, probably with all knowledge of the land that they bought, whether in waterway, in the alley, in the swamp, or intentionally did it because you're in government or you are the government, but your financial strength is so huge, you don't care, you build your fence, and other people get affected. The water will not sit in your fence, but the people who surrounding you to your back, the fence, you know. So we need to see all of these things. And some of these structures, like the executive order from the president, which the Ministry of Public Works and that of EPA are implementing to demolish some of these structures. Whether you like it or not, whether you spend $200,000 to build a house or fence and whatever, once the structure erected will cause problem for the rest of the residents, the community dwellers. People have to remove it. Because of one person, every time we enter the rainy season, the community get affected. You got one man or one woman who in government or outside of government but got money and connected. Everybody get affected. You don't want the water to set in your fence, so you have all of the holes, and you don't care where the water flow. So please, we're hoping that government taking note of this and act accordingly. So welcome. And this is the matter we've been talking over a period of time. This issue of work permit given to foreign nationals over 10,000. You listen to the senator of the debate, Senator DeLong, Senator Vabla, Senator Chie, the Minister of Labor, a legal person, Councillor Cooper Kerr. He was asked to give a clear justification and a comprehensive report with categories and description of the kind of jobs that permits were issued to these foreign nationals that are in Nigeria working. Let's get to know whether they are the domestic servants. What we mean, you are maid, you're in the house, you can clean up, you're washing. Somebody who is a gate man, he sit at the gate or in the booth. Somebody comes to visit, you get the information from the person, what's your name? Let me go and ask whether madam knows about you coming. or whatever my boss man knows about you coming, your name and all of these things, or you opening gate on cars. These are things Liberians can do. Like the senator said, there's someone who frequently go to the supermarket, the mini mart, other places. You see these things. You see, like, because of the pressure sometimes, some years back, they will put Liberians in these supermarkets, mini mart and other places, as the cashier. Then you will find one man standing right over the cashier. That's the work he does. He stands over that lady or that man, just looking, and get paid. Then the man who receiving the cash, give it all change, and all of these things. You are giving work permit to people, and you don't question or wanting to know what sort of work. We agree, you claim you met the system like that. What do you do to change it? Because you say you came to rescue, you say you came to change. Say the other people reportedly damage the system, then you change it. You went on to renew work permits. Let's see what the law says. And we've been talking about this. And this is even within the governmental cycle. Salary disparity is bad. You get one woman who sweeps, or one man who cleans. The billing make it so tight that when you get there, you see the place unique, and everybody will be telling the minister, the director, the superintendent, the mayor, thank you. And that person earned $150. And the minister takes home 5, 6, 7, 8,000. No amount of education or boy you know, you will have to have that kind of gap. At least to the closest person next, coming out. How do that person save? The month have in it. There are people who stay waiting for the paycheck. People who stay waiting for a light. Today is the 11th. People in the private sector have adapted this behavior from the public sector. And they will give you no justification for that. You ask, it become a problem. We see these things every day. You see people that work into one entity, but their accounts are into different banks. You hear one policeman asking the other policeman, 59, because I already know all the police turn and I know the code good. 59 are money business. The 59 are drop. He said, no, I will never have been. Oh, yeah, but you get only come on. What kind of system is it? People working in the ministry, the other person asking, you got something now? He said, no, I got it, I burned that up, but the year ain't come yet. Like you got a senator. Liberia is not a brain drain country. We can challenge that. We got some of the funniest species. Some of the funniest brains on the continent. of Africa who have even gone to work with international NGOs and at school high knocks. You pay somebody $600 for one F moving equipment, and a Liberian, the man in his country, you're extracting his resources, and he can move one of the machines brought in. You pay him or you pay her $600 United States dollars, and you pay one man who you brought $3,000. Look at the gap for the same work. We understand this man is a non-Liberian. He's in the country, right? We know that he might be in a hotel, or they will be renting one apartment somewhere for him. But we take all of that into consideration. But you cannot have such gap. And these people don't do this. They don't do these things back home in their countries. They prioritize the citizens. Some of the folks who are going to Dubai and other places, they have said it. You will find a long queue in the bank. They're trying, and they don't easily allow the citizens to even stand in queue. This man will come, whether he's dirty up or whatever. When he walks in, he or she becomes a first preference or priority. But back home in Liberia, you will find long queue in the banks and other places, and you'll find our people rushing to serve foreign nationals. What will we rethink and be patriotic and nationalistic and uplift our people from poverty? You find political parties who talk about all these things. When they get there, they will not happy. When they get there, they even make matters. Jobs that should be given. Now, you say you married sister, you inherited. So you want to tell her to the CG that said they were coming to do this, they were going to do this. So they the one brought in, they were giving work permit to these people and were not even considering Liberians and the campaign, the issue of jobs. The Unity Party too have arrived in the name of rescuing the people, changing their lives. And one minister of labor got into the position and have taken the position and just issue work permits. We all knowing the kind of works. They got to send them on summon you and ask you before you start to tell the people. Initially, what the people even requested for you, they're not even produce it. See? Jobs are here. Jobs are available in the private sector. But these jobs are given to people who are not Liberians. And some of these jobs are jobs that Liberians can do. You pay one man $150, $100 a month to open gate. For a car to come in and go out. You pay one man for supervising the port to open the gate. For a car to come in and go out. $2,000, $3,000 a month. Do we need those people to do such a job? In the informal and formal sector. There are a lot of professional people. Vocational schools, universities are putting on graduates every year. What do we expect these people to find jobs? And the education they have acquired, places that are supposed to go, people are there that are not even qualified as compared to them. And we're here. You go to the supermarket, see one man standing over somebody. You go to the store, one man got a hand to his back. Liberians are holding zinc, steel, tags, and all of these things outside when people go to purchase. He's just there to look. And at the end of the day, this money is paid back home. He received per diem a day. He has, or she has, a longer period when it comes to lunch. They put in order for the food to come. They will bring their food for them to eat. And our brothers and sisters who are working there, they will put money together and they find food to eat, and they be given the time. They will eat the hot food already because they have to go back to work. We have to, these are some of the issues that you people who want to take state powers to look at. Advocate, proffer some of these recommendations to government, what mechanism, what can you do? But your only thing is to gather our people to say, you won't go in the street. The former chairman of CDC, and I want to highlight my very good friend, brother, Moa Molu. You talking about you have been able to galvanize and you mobilize random 100,000 for July 17. With the protest, enough is enough. What is enough is enough? You go back and ask yourselves, 6 years, we were given a gathered authority. What did we do? What are some of the missteps? After the election, you resigned as chairman and went into advocacy. And you were into advocacy before becoming chairman of the party. But after that, now you go back. How do we change Liberia when people are acting fake? One minute you think you stand for the people, another minute when you're giving authority, you no longer advocate for what you advocated for years back. And that's what some of you hating for. And I always say the truth. These are very good calls, messages you're putting out. But you also, come your 6 years, what did you do in your advocacy previously when you were given a chance to serve? What did you do? You lost election, you resigned, you go back to where you were before and going back to advocate for these things. Liberians are out of jobs. Jobs that Liberians can do are in the hands of foreign nationals. These are some of the issues that we raise. Looking at salary disparity. People are not paid on time. People are illegally being dismissed. But you are, you know, how do Liberia get better? When we have people who will want this thing today and give them a chance, they will not do it and go and ask for another thing. But when you take it out, then they go back to ask for it. You led a campaign for war crime code. You told lies to Liberians that you met Obama in Ghana. When he was discovered, oh, And when you had the chance to have implemented what you advocated for, what you stood for, you told people, children, y'all took them to the U.S. Embassy, hunger strike, y'all lead them there and go. The top restaurant, I want you to call restaurant for people start getting dressed with me. Y'all eat, drink your cold bottle of water, and y'all come back to the food and say, order your own hunger strike. But you from eating shawarma and all of these things. Now we're back to this thing. If you would take 10,000 jobs and give it to not do the right thing you can, they give you the, so you get when you sat in the chair because the office looks so good, the nice car, and you don't care, you get issue permits. What sort of job are these people doing? Some of you are pleading cases for people who were illegally dismissed, suspended, and all of these things. They put you in a position now to make sure that some of these things are right. You walk in the footsteps of people that you criticized yesterday. When we don't say it, they don't talk, they don't act. They pressure people right here. You got a committee on labor. Don't even care to do the oversight. But what do you expect when you take a former warlord, Thomas Ziyara, you made him chairman on labor, a man who took away lives, reduced labor workforce. Then you look at him, you say, that man is the, you know, sometimes you look at Liberian people, the elected, how they elect people, you be wondering. We keep rewarding people who made wrong decisions, destroy the country, and we expect them to do the right thing. You want somebody to stand for your rights. But he took away your rights yesterday. He denied you of your rights. But you want him to do the right thing for you. How's that possible? Where on earth? Even the war 2 countries today, they put focus, they do something better at least. You gave people key position with questionable paradox, and you expect things to go the right way. You know the past, you know the history. These are some of the issues. So listen to Senator DeLong again.
$1,000, then you think that you have a second thought. But it means nothing to the people right now.
And you're paying the non-Liberian $3,000 for operating the same technical truck. I thought at the same scale. Why? Why you even employ more foreign drivers than Liberian? The argument was they couldn't find qualified Liberian to operate the kind of equipment. Which makes sense to me. But if you find some Liberian qualified, like the non-Liberian, why are you paying the Liberian $600 a month and paying the non-Liberian $3,000? These are some of the labor issues. The work permit issue, Madam President, and let me defeat the argument that 10,000 work permit is insignificant and inconsequential when compared to the population of 5.2 million. That argument is faint, lazy, it will never be debated. Because when you talk about employment, you don't talk about your population altogether. Because in that population, they are placed there below 18, not in the employment category. You don't call that out. You talk about the employment, the employable population. If you take out the employable population, 10,000 in the private sector, that's not small thing. that paying $200, $400, $1,000, $5,000. That's a small thing. The Labor Minister, Marabote, distinguished colleagues, are appealing to the chairman of the Labor Committee. We must push this thing so that it will push for 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 jobs for our people in the private sector. Just imagine a plenty of people were employing Benji there. Maybe that request will be reduced on you. Yeah. They see what we must do. They see where across. We must do our work. The Senate must take a deliberate decision today, Marabotem, on the issue. The Senate must take a deliberate decision today on this issue. We will not, and let me repeat, we will not pass traffic law because the executive is not implementing the traffic law. When there's traffic, the public say, your lawmaker, what you're doing. We need to have a way.
This morning, Marie Magal for Life Healing Center International there in Bonaz Farm, Painesville, Maserado, Liberian-owned herbs made in Liberia, not imported. Some of you who suffering from stroke, have low pressure, growth, rheumatism, also sexual transmitted diseases, and a whole lot. They are there doing so well. You will hear some of the testimonies of people who have gone there. The supplements there, you can go there. They are in Bonaz Farm community, opposite Kumba Tissue Factory there. You hear the numbers, you will call these numbers, and you will have people who will respond to you and tell you, and you get there, they will make sure. So let's go for it this morning.
One thing we ask of you, one thing that we.
The people are into selling Marie Magal hot tea medicine all over in Lofa, Nimba, and all of Bon counties. The people finally now settle down in Moserado County. The Marie Magal hot tea medicine here. People in Lofa, people in Bon counties have been buying the Marie Magal hot tea medicine. People with terrible sicknesses, and most of them have been healed and been giving testimony about the Marie Magal hot tea medicine and how good it is. Finally, the people now settle down in Moserado County here. In Moserado County here, Monrovia, Liberia, the people, when you go to Bonafan, opposite Makumba Bendu Tissue Factory, right beyond the block factory, you will see the people office that they Marie Magal hot tea people. They're going to be sending the Marie Magal hot tea to you. And if you want to buy this Marie Magal hot tea medicine, that's small money. The whole week, 7 days dose is just 5,600 LD. If you buy the medicine here, you take all of the dose, my sister, my brother, all of your sicknesses you've been suffering with gonna be cured. This medicine they call Marie Magal hot tea can take away or kill all kinds of sicknesses, and some of the sicknesses that a Marie Magal hot tea medicine can kill are typhoid fever. Every time you're feeling cold in your body, you're feeling sick, infection, stomach complaint. Every day you complaining with your stomach. You say, my stomach hurting, my mom, my stomach hurting, my wife, my stomach hurting. Even women that cannot see their period, the medicine they call Marie Magal hot tea can solve it. A sexual weakness, you can't do your homework go, you come home working, or you go somewhere, you come back home, you can't do your homework go. Your woman tells you say, bye, leave me, man. Sexual weakness in both men and women, they Marie Magal hot tea, they can cure it. Numbness in the body, eye problem. Every time you complain with your eye, you can't see clear, the Marie Magal hot tea can solve it. It can cure it. Also, every time you complain with your stomach boiling, you can't eat pepper, you can't eat this one. Also, the Marie Magal hot tea can solve it. It can cure it. Rheumatism, back pain. Every time you complain with your back, my back hurting, pain in my back, Marie Magal hot tea medicine can cure it. Diabetes, the sugar problem, this Marie Magal hot tea can cure it. Skin disease and many more. Marie Magal hot tea medicine can cure all these problems. Here are some of the testimonies of people that Marie Magal hot tea medicine has cured, and today they are free and living happily.
My name is Sisi Galima.
Okay.
I live in Kolango, Kobasile, Kisi. This medicine have done well for me from Monday to this Monday, making it 1 week.
Okay.
The first of all, typhoid have been disturbing me. That even it have taken me more than 5 years. I don't take bath with cold water, but this medicine makes the way I sweat, the heat coming on fine. I take bath with cold water, and I'm fine in the body. And also, even my outside have not been too clear. But it makes now I can see a distance, see very clear, and also as a man, it makes me active, sexually active. I play my game number 1. I used to always play weakness in the defense, but now I'm strong. If I can leave on the defense, go score and come back, which is my sexual organ is very, very active.
That's great.
As a young man, I'm moving strong. All of my joints that have been hurting my waist, everything free. This medicine is very, very good. It's natural. It's very good. It don't have any side effect, but it do it well. Perfect.
My mother was sick. I've been spending money from hospital to hospital for that time. She almost died. Listen for my people and the kid. And when I hear the news over air, I have brought her. Well, I tell God, thank you. She well. And even my auntie, they call her, she was saying she was not working good. She was in the same church. And when I told her, people they come here, they need testimony.
All right.
So they embarrassed me. And that's what we were supposed to play with. Even my mother had testimony because she was not working, she was not talking. But they did testimony. People see what I want to do. Every time people going to come here for the medicine.
Okay.
So the medicine, but they're doing well. But oh my God, she was not working. Our baby in the house. She was not coming outside, but now she got washed, she go in the bathroom, she pay for sex. She was not ever asking people.
Let give it a bag and you get a go out. The baby call a bag. Okay.
Now, I studied in the Silla for away. Can I hang on the Langan food? Now, can no mamma, can no mamma, can no mamma. I can no mamma. Mamma can. Oh,
well, I was suffering for 7 years, going up and down, no way. When I heard about you, I go to Foya about the medicine from buying this medicine. I'm feeling healthy than the way I was before. So my people who listen to me, the medicine, the good medicine, that make me to be alive today, got the first, second this medicine.
So what kinds of sickness you are suffering from?
Our foot problem.
Foot?
Yes, my foot problem.
Okay. How long that was Hamburg? You said 7 years, right?
7 years.
Okay, thank you. You are welcome.
I'm well now.
Rush now and buy this medicine, Mary Maga Hot Tea, for some more money. The Mary Maga Hot Tea medicine is sold for $350 Liberian. The whole week, 7 days dose is just 5,600 LD. In Montserrado County here, Monrovia, Liberia, the people, when you go to Bonafan, opposite Makumba, Bendu Tissue Factory, right beyond the block factory, you will see the people office that they Mary Maga Hot Tea people. They're going to be sending the Mary Maga Hot Tea to you. For more information, you can call the following numbers: 0777 444 591, 0770 913361 and 0776 36 9805. And if you want to buy this Mary Maga Hot Tea medicine, that's small money. The whole week, 7 days dose is just 5,600 LD. If you buy the medicine here, you take all of the dose, my sister, my brother, all of your sicknesses you've been suffering with gonna be cured. So rush now and you will live happily. The people are into selling Mary Maga Hot Tea medicine all over in Lofa, Nimba, and all of Bon counties. The people finally now settled down in Montserrado County. The Mary Maga Hot Tea medicine here. People in Lofa, people in Bon counties have been buying the Mary Maga Hot Tea medicine. People with terrible sicknesses, and most of them have been healed and been giving testimony about the Mary Maga Hot Tea medicine and how good it is. Finally, the people now settled down in Montserrado County here. In Montserrado County here, Monrovia, Liberia, the people, when you go to Bonafan, opposite Makumba, Bendu Tissue Factory, right beyond the block factory, you will see the people office that they Mary Maga Hot Tea people. They're going to be sending the Mary Maga Hot Tea to you. And if you want to buy this Mary Maga Hot Tea medicine, that's small money. The whole week, 7 days dose is just 5,600 LD. If you buy the medicine here, you take all of the dose, my sister, my brother, all of your sicknesses you've been suffering with gonna be cured. This This medicine they call Marie Maga hot tea can take away or kill all kinds of sicknesses, and some of the sicknesses that a Marie Maga hot tea medicine can cure are typhoid fever. Every time you're feeling cold in your body, you're feeling sick, infection, stomach complaint. Every day you complaining with your stomach. You say my stomach hurting, my mom my stomach hurting, my wife my stomach hurting. Even women that cannot see their period, the medicine they call Marie Maga hot tea can solve it. A sexual weakness, you can't do your homework go, you come from working or you go somewhere, you come back home, you can't do your homework go. Your woman tells you say bad limit man, sexual weakness in both men and women. They Marie Maga hot tea, they can cure it. Numbness in the body, eye problem. Every time you complain with your eye, you can't see clear. They Marie Maga hot tea can solve it, it can cure it. Also, every time you complain with your stomach boiling, you can't eat pepper, you can't eat this one. Also, the Marie Maga hot tea can solve it, it can cure it. Rheumatism, back pain. Every time you complain with your back, my back hurting, pain in my back. Marie Maga hot tea medicine can cure it. Diabetes, the sugar problem, this Marie Maga hot tea can cure it. Skin disease and many more. Marie Maga hot tea medicine can cure all these problems. Here are some of the testimonies of people that Marie Maga hot tea medicine has cured, and today they are free and living happily.
My name is Sidney Galima. Okay. I live in Kolahu, Koba City, Kisi. This medicine have done well for me from Monday to this Monday, making it 1 week. Okay. The first of all, typhoid have been disturbing me. That even it have taken me more than 5 years. I don't take back with cold water, but this medicine makes the way I sweat, the heat coming on fine. I take back with cold water, and I'm fine in the body. And also even my outside have not been too clear, but it makes now I can see a distance, seeing very clear. And also as a man, it makes me active, sexually active. I play my game number 1. I used to always play weakness in the defense, but now I'm strong. If I can leave on the defense, go school and come back, which is my sexual organ is very, very active. That's great. As a young man, I'm moving strong. All of my joints that have been hurting my waist, everything free. This medicine is very, very good. It's natural. Right. It's very good. It don't have any side effect, but it do it well. Perfect.
My mother was sick. I've been spending money from hospital to hospital for that time. She almost died. This same for my people and the kid. And when I hear the news over here, I brought her. Well, I tell God, thank you. She well. And even my auntie, they call Yene. She was saying she was not working good. She was in the same church. And when I told her, please people come here. Okay. They need testimony. All right. So they medicine me. And that's when we were going to play with. Even my mother had testimony because she was not working. She was not talking. When they did testing, when people see whatever they do, every time people are going to come here for their medicine. Okay. So their medicine, but they're doing well. My my girl, she was not working. Our baby in the house. She was not coming outside, but now she got washed. She go in the bathroom. She pay for sex. She was not ever asking people.
I was give it the bag and you get a go out. The call about okay. Now I studied in the for away you. Can I have a little
Well, I was suffering for 7 years, going up and down, no way. When I heard about you, I go to Foya about the medicine from buying this medicine. I'm feeling healthy than the way I was before. So my people who listen to me, the medicine, the good medicine, that make me to be alive today, got the first, second this medicine.
So what kinds of sickness you are suffering from?
Our foot problem.
Foot?
Yes, my foot problem.
Okay. How long that was working? You said 7 years, right?
7 years.
Okay, thank you. You are welcome.
I'm well now.
Rush now and buy this medicine, Marie Maga hot tea, for small money. The Marie Maga hot tea medicine is sold for $350 $. The whole week, 7 days dose is just 5,600 LD. In Montserrado County here, Monrovia, Liberia, the people, when you go to Bonafide, opposite Makumba Bendu Tissue Factory, right beyond the Block Factory, you will see the people office that they Marie Maga hot tea people. They're going to be sending the Marie Maga hot tea to you. For more information, you can call the following numbers: 0777 444 591, 0770 913361, and 0776 36 9805. And if you want to buy this Marimaga hot tea medicine, that's small money. The whole week, 7 days dose is just 5,600 LD. If you buy the medicine here, you take all of the dose, my sister, my brother, all of your sicknesses you've been suffering with gonna be cured. And so rush now and you will live happily. The people are into selling Marimaga hot tea medicine all over in Lofa, Nimba, and all of Bon counties. The people finally now settled down in Motorado County. The Marimaga hot tea medicine here. People in Lofa, people in Bon counties have been buying the Marimaga hot tea medicine. People with terrible sicknesses, and most of them have been healed and been giving testimony about the Marimaga hot tea medicine and how good it is. Finally, the people now settled down in Motorado County here. In Motorado County here, Monrovia, Liberia, the people, when you go to Bonafan, opposite Makumba Bendu tissue factory, right beyond the block factory, you will see the people office that they Marimaga hot tea people. They're going to be sending the Marimaga hot tea to you. And if you want to buy this Marimaga hot tea medicine, that's small money. The whole week, 7 days dose is just 5,600 LD. If you buy the medicine here, you take all of the dose, my sister, my brother, all of your sicknesses you've been suffering with gonna be cured. This medicine they call Marimaga hot tea can take away or kill all kinds of sicknesses, and some of the sicknesses that a Marimaga hot tea medicine can kill are typhoid fever. Every time you're feeling cold in your body, you're feeling sick, infection, stomach complaint. Every day you complaining with your stomach. You say my stomach hurting, my mom my stomach hurting, my wife my stomach hurting. Even women that cannot see their period, the medicine they call Marimaga hot tea can solve it. A sexual weakness, you can't do your homework go, you come from working or you go somewhere, you come back home, you can't do your homework go. Your woman tells you say bad limit man. Sexual weakness in both men and women, they Marimaga hot tea, they can kill it. Numbness in the body, eye problem. Every time you complain with your eye.
For you. So folks, some of you who are there and suffering from some of these things, you can go there in Bonats Fine. They are currently in Lofa County, specifically in Zozo Vojima, Lofa County, in Banga Bon County, in Ganta, Nima County, in Montserrado as well. So go there and they will help you cure some of the illnesses or sicknesses you've been suffering from for a long period of time. It's right here from Liberia. It's not something outside of Liberia. It's not something that, you know, were imported, but it's made, it's a herb. You go there, they'll show you how it is administered. So welcome folks. So you see, yesterday during the, you know, following the report that was presented to the Senate committee, or to the Senate from the Committee on Labor, that some of the senators thoroughly argued, and later they instructed and mandated the Labor Committee that is chaired by Grand Juliet County Senator, former warlord Thomas Yaya Nimland, to streamline the report and investigate issues as it relates to job allocation and work permit issues and the practices. Look, you should be told again to do your work. You chairman on labor. You're not concerned of even going to find out the permits given. Who are those receiving the permit? What kind of a work permits being issued? What category? Are we short of men to do this work that we're giving over 10,000 jobs to non-Liberians when we have white folks here, Liberians who are qualified to do some of the work? What are we giving it? You just there. Or you know you want a title for the job. So Listen to this before we go to the lines.
I reserve technical jobs like that, reserve for Liberians, unless no qualified Liberians. The issue here is when I ask the minister, why you pay 45 Liberians operating the same truck, the same equipment, working on the same work time? Why you paying the Liberians 600 and you paying the non-Liberians? But I need protection, my colleague. Thank you. Why you paying the Liberians 600 for operating the technical truck, and you paying the non-Liberian 3,000 for operating the same technical truck? I thought at the same scale. Why? Why you even employ more foreign drivers than Liberians? The argument was they couldn't find qualified Liberians to operate the kind of equipment. Which made sense to me. But if you find some Liberian qualified like the non-Liberian, why are you paying the Liberian 600 a month and paying the non-Liberian 3,000? This is one of the labor issue. The work permit issue, Madam President, and let me defeat the argument that 10,000 work permit is insignificant and inconsequential when compared to the population of 5.2 million. That argument is faint, lazy, it will never be debated. Because when you talk about employment, you don't talk about your population altogether. Because in that population, there are plenty there below 18 not in the employment category. You don't call that out. You talk about the employment, the employable population. If you take out the employable population, 10,000 in the private sector, that's not small thing. They're paying $200, $400, $1,000, $5,000. That's not small thing. The labor minister, Madam President, the distinguished colleagues, are appealing to the chairman of the labor committee. We must push this thing so that it will push for 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 jobs for our people in the private sector. Can you imagine a plenty of people were employing Grand Dinner? Maybe that request will reduce on you. Yeah. The same way we must the same way across. We must do our work. The Senate must take a deliberate decision today, Madam on this issue. The Senate must take a deliberate decision today on this issue. We will not, and let me repeat, we will not pass traffic law because the executive is not implementing the traffic law. When there's traffic, the public say, your lawmaker, what you're doing. We shouldn't have a way. But the executive is not doing his work. It comes back to us. When you want lawmaker, you get up for your car, you say you want to be good citizens to help direct the traffic, say lawmaker and all go direct traffic. He know a function. What we will do? We create avenue for our people to get jobs. Then the executive give the job to non-Liberians. Then Liberians asking us, why are you doing our job? They will say they want to defend the minister. It shouldn't be.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you.
Folks, he's on Libera television. And,
Thank you, Madam Pro Tem, and thank you to the chair and members of the Labour Committee. I think this is a full report. I only wanted to make a comment on the proposal for the amount, the threshold that the committee is proposing. I think there's a need to look at the detailed report submitted and identify those positions that are being occupied by non-Liberians that should otherwise be occupied by Liberians, and come up with that number based on the actual statistics and not just arbitrary recommending a certain amount. It may be more than 7,000, who knows? But we should go through the documents and identify that, because I share some of the sentiments that Senator Dillon expressed. We cannot have a country that people are still looking for jobs, and there are jobs that Liberians can do, and those jobs are not given to Liberians. Because when you look at the list, you see a lot of places even financial manager. It's not like in the systems where we have to bring other nationalities to be controllers here. We have universities that are producing graduates every year. Where do they get jobs if they didn't get it from the private sector? That's why the government is so greedy. You go to institutions, they are all starved because there are no job opportunities in these concession areas. So I think in order to address that, we have to take this seriously. Even after this debate, the committee should go back and look at the statistics provided and identify those jobs that Nigerians should have. And then we engage the executive to make sure that it is implemented. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Chair. Senator Chair.
Go ahead. Yeah, protocol. Thank you. God is not difficult to know the depth of this problem. If you don't have to even go to the concessions to know how serious this problem is. Just go to our stores, the supermarkets, and see what's happening there. Some foreigners are in this country only to stand before or over our cashiers. Only to stand over them. That's the work they are doing. That's what we brought them for. That's what we gave them web-based for. If you go further in the stores, supermarkets, the people that you see that do the accounting work, they say 99% of them are Asians. My colleague just said that there was a time in this country who had to import labor, skilled labor from neighboring countries. I think that's why in the past, a long time ago, we had so many Ghanaians and Sierra Leoneans, what have you. But even secretaries, we didn't have schools, doing our secretary a long time ago. To keep us, we didn't have. But we bring people from outside. Yes, understandably. But later on, as a country, we decided to address that problem. And so we have these institutions in our country training our people. Why shouldn't they work? Why should they be sacrificed for foreign labor? I don't understand that. The rationale for bringing in foreign labor is only to make up for the deficit for local labor in terms of skills. If the skills are not available, we don't have, yes, indeed. The industry have to run, the commercial entities have to do business, they have to work. So these people are needed. But if we have them, and I say have them in abundance, why do we need these people? Why do we deprive our own people of work and prioritize foreigners? No country does that. No other country does that but Liberia. We open the floodgates, allow these people to come, whatever reason, they're here. Then the minister comes and tells us, oh, you know, I had a budget quota to meet, so I have to do that. That minister should have even told LRA that I have an obligation to the Liberian people. Our people don't have jobs. So if I have to issue a work permit just to generate revenue, then I'm doing the service to our people. It's a service to our people. What's a work permit? Somebody just say, yeah, that's what it is. $1,000. Yes, Gonglu. Are you in the private sector then? Gonglu did that. And that was the reason. You wanted to make it difficult for them to get a work permit. Because yeah, if you bring in just somebody to come stand over our people and you want to pay $1,000, then you think that you have a second thought. But it means nothing to the people right now. It means nothing to them. It's not deterrence. They are bringing them. It's not deterrent whatsoever. And what is that? What is a work permit fee compared to an employment? $1,000? Even the Liberian man is there, Liberian woman is there, making $200 times 12. How much is that? Is that not over $1,000? It's about $1,000. Then that Liberian man is going to pay taxes. That Liberian man is going to use that money to support his family, including sending his children to school. By employing that Liberian, you have also reduced unemployment. Somebody guess the reason why our public institutions are overcrowded with people is because they can't find work outside of government. No employment. But we can find work for foreigners. We have a lot of work in this country for foreigners, so they come. So they come and take the work from our people. Is that what we should sit here and debate and talk about? We should talk to them, and then LRA should meet and discuss about what kind of quota. No quota. We should scrap that altogether and tell the Minister of Labor that the purpose for which the whole work permit thing was instituted was to ensure that we do not have the influx of foreign people in our labor sector. It should serve as a deterrent. But since it means nothing, even if you get up to $5,000, they will still come. Minister of Labor gave jobs to Liberians because that's what the law says. You got Liberianization policy. Give law to Liberians only where the skill is not available. If the skill is here, deny them. It's got nothing to do with revenue. Absolutely nothing. They should have nothing to do with that. It's bad. It makes us to look bad. I feel bad myself when I go around. Sometimes one day I'll fuss with a guy in the supermarket. I say, brother, man, we need to stand over our people. We need to stand over the cashier and watch over them. That's all you bring there for. Nobody else can do that. Are you fussing with a guy at there's a new what you call place that open in Marshall. I'm fussing with a guy. The two Indians there, they are doing all the recording.
All these things. Now, what do we do? How do we change it? Now you know Liberians have the skills, the knowledge, the ability to do some of the work that you issue permit. What do we do to change it? Now you have made it explicit, telling people you got somebody who can operate on the equipment. It's a Liberian, you pay him $600, and somebody who from another country is also operating the same equipment, pay $3,000 US. We know these people sometimes because they don't render, but why do we have the long gap? You know, some part of last week in Barcelona, I was watching this thing on National Geographic, and there was this guy who came from South Korea and arrived in America, and they asked him, he showed his passport, and he said he was going to be there. I hope people listening for 6 months, 3 months, 90 days. So the officers who were questioning him, there was a lady who asked, "You're going to be here 3 months, 90 days. What are you going to be doing?" He said, "Oh, you'll be having some business meeting and whatsoever, but besides, there's a program, and there's a company having an issue, and he's there to." And the woman saw the kind of work that he was going to be doing. Why in America? I said, no, you can be on a business trip and work to earn money and you will not pay taxes. So And fed the ones about what you have come to do. It's not required experts to come from anywhere because plenty of people in this country can do it. And they told him that he was not needed in the country and he should just wait for the next flight so they can send him back. Those things are just simple. People are doing those things. What can we do now? They send it, all the argument you people are arguing. Now, you get men where to foreigners. We don't have people here that can do it. So you revoke these permits and let the people go back. Or because you took money from the people now and thinking that Liberians' jobs are here. Liberians are qualified to do a lot of the jobs. What do we have all these institutions around? People going to school, they're learning heavy-duty mechanic, heavy-duty driving. They're doing air conditioning, refrigerator, repair, and all of these things. Liberians are so much gifted, knowledgeable, they can cook almost all of the various dishes from any country.
You know, the Senate, they are taking the thing very likely they will come to the Kufuor Cry his team. By this time, there should have been serious measures taken on some of the folks in terms of revoking their work permit.
And he tell us, the sister you met, you are a legal person. What did you do to renew it? After campaigning massively that you wanted to rescue.
Should not even say that to the Liberian people. You are told that you told the Liberian people that you came to right or wrong. And you are a knowledgeable person in this country that understands what the Liberian people going through.
And
you
see
know
people that were pleading for other people before when they were illegally dismissed and all of these things. Now you set in a position to change the narratives, to make sure that things are better, and you still go back and start. What do we, you know, this is something that we have to be naming and shaming.
We have the power in our hands to change things, and we're not doing it. And it's way beyond all out of order. Our leaders should be in the position to change the lives of the citizens in this place. Like what Senator Dillon saying, you're looking at 10,000 marching in the proportion of the country population. You will not say everybody needs a job, but they are considerable amount. So we're talking about 10,000 jobs outside of
But we cannot say we will not give other folks who are not like Liberians.
Well, let's serve our people.
So even if we have issuing permit 10,000. So you're telling me what sort of job that you look at somebody who is a domestic servant. One man sitting in one booth. When the car comes to the gate, he open the gate.
Yeah.
When the car goes outside, he open the gate. So that thing, what knowledge it requires?
Why will you have Liberian drivers and expatriate abroad doing the same work driving a truck or operating machines? You pay the man thrice.
We agree that the man comes from a different country and there are certain requirements, and because he's there, it will not just stay the same. But you cannot have that kind of gap. Somebody making 600, another man making 3,000.
The only way you tell me that I think I must agree is that he's doing something extra that Liberian cannot do.
They don't get the job to them.
Yeah. You find Liberians do the same work.
Look at what's happening.
So Liberians are even teaching to the foreign nationals a job.
Hey man, look at what's happening. The guy, you go to the supermarket, and it's clear. Senator Chill, they're talking it. And we see these things almost every day.
Yeah.
You'll see one man standing with a handful, sending over the cashier, Liberian man. Who
now you go to the supermarket, that's what happening.
They're standing right there.
No black guys are the one, women are the one operating.
You go to somebody industry, or you go to somebody daily material stores, you just find one man walking around, and Liberian man holding the steel rod.
And he's smoking,
slapping Liberian.
Yes. But he take more money than the Liberian.
And they will bring their food and give less time to Liberians to go have lunch.
It's not even but man, you can pay 3,000. He pay Liberian 600.
But these things will happen when you look at somebody who took away lives and you say you made him chair on labor.
Yeah.
Thomas Jara Newman. Thomas Jara Newman should be chair on labor committee in this country. Liberians see the kind of people who elect. In the name that is fighting for you.
Now they talk about how the generating fund for Liberian people. So
you put the money in front and don't care about what kind of work permit you're getting, and don't care about whether a Liberian person qualified or competent can do it. You just want the money. You just want the money.
The Liberian poor suffering are the very Liberians that are bringing those suffering on the citizens.
No, but it's good to see some of these things happening. Take for instance,
yeah.
He said he had been able to mobilize 100,000 Liberians across the country for July 17. Enough is enough. They protest. But you fail to understand that you were chairman for the former ruling party.
Yes.
And that party came to government.
What did you do?
In the 6 years, the things that you are advocating for today, what did you do yesterday? Nobody saying it's wrong, but you had a chance.
And the same system that can come up by election, that the system you are
system he said inherited. Yes. So
what did you do?
Enough is enough. But it gets so shameful.
The country, the country must change, but it needs real hard hands.
Let me tell a left story today. You said something earlier. You know, when we were at Ome Radio doing One Voice, we had a supervisor who came from New Zealand. And almost everybody, he talked to me. So he always, wherever we were studying, just lecturing, he would pull me from among my colleagues and just go look for someone away from me. You tell me to do research on a computer or go for this thing. Initially, I used to get mad at it, but I started liking it, you know. So on this day, it was June 16th, which is Day of the African Child. And we had to go to the ATS where the program was taking place. And we went in, you know the man, I went to Kojo office for the Maran. You know the Maran? The big recorder of the recorder. Yeah. So we bought it. And not knowing, all I think was doing. That man, they only had to operate it around. So when I bought it, I gave it to him. And then he said, and you were honest. We got in the car, they were carrying us. But then what to freeze on there. We got in the car on our way. Then he said, so I said, Paul, he said, yeah, he admitted. He said, look, I went on the website on UNV, I applied. My wife is here working. They had a previous plan to get married in Africa. So she got a job with UNDP. And so he applied and he was recruited and he became the main supervisor for us. He said, I don't know nothing about radio. This is something I did apply. He said, but you don't even know that I've been learning from you all the time we've been here. I've been reaching out and always keeping you around me.
You helping me?
Yeah. So even lunchtime, you all pull me. Let's go. We'll go for lunch. And we'll be asking questions. I'm just explaining to all I remember there explaining. The man who just copying. He admitted. He took a weather oil and he took the his wife picture. He said, show them. He said, I'm here because I want to get married tomorrow. And they got married in Liberia. And they left. I would not want to call his name. So these are some of the things that normally happen. And I was shocked. I said, look at another but with her. So they may be using me.
Yeah. But he getting a paycheck.
Yeah.
But people don't know that he know it. And the attitude we have in this country with foreigners and expatriates.
No, the way we can even guide them in the
Yes.
process, the way we can protect them.
That's good. Nothing wrong with that.
But this country, look, Liberia, to all the ways, Liberia, people who are very hospitable, they can welcome anybody, open arms. And you see that even our sisters, our mothers, our daughters, they're going to go by these people.
Calm and humble.
Yeah. Can you imagine, even during the war, while we were fighting here, those foreigners that came to help us to maintain the peace, our sisters, our mothers, our daughters, and other people were rewarding them with babies. They left them here to gone.
Yeah. Some of the children, we don't want to take care of them now.
We don't want taking care of them. And we, and some of the children that they put left here are the one who planning to even beat us.
They don't get to be on protest.
Yes. Let's be honest.
No, that's a reality.
Look, you know, we're not saying people. Well, Liberians are outside there doing similar work people do here.
Yeah.
But the first priority, the people look for the citizen. They look at the preference.
Yeah.
They look at it. Look, but this kind of a job, no, you can't get it kind of job.
And you know that just as those folks that have come to work, whatever they get in here, they supporting their family back home. That's the same way when you employ one Liberian man and he's paid well, there are other family members that will depend on him. He will stretch his hands to help a lot of the relatives.
You understand sometimes because some of the people that are working here, they are expat, you have to rent place for them. You understand it. But the gap cannot be like that.
No, you can't pay somebody 3,000.
3,000.
Let me say something. What's that?
What a meaning of that? So there is no need he comes. So if you want to pay the man somewhere, you pay the man somewhere for the hour, let him be here, but he should not be working, doing the same work, and another man earning 6,000 or 3,000, and somebody earning at 600. So what do you giving the man to work? You want the man to build the economy?
You even tell the man, say, okay, 2,500, will pay the man 3,000.
Yeah.
Or 2,000, 3,000.
Oh, say, yeah, I like that. That very man, you'll get a 2,000, the man will give you 3,000 because you back home, you send money, and there are some things that will interplay. But you just leave it.
And the Labor Ministry also set up to put some regulations in play in furtherance of the Decent Work Act in order to enhance working relationships. That foreigners are here protected, Liberians are also protected in their own home. It's a win-win situation. The laws were not biased. The law was made so that everybody can be treated fairly. Liberians at home, be treated. Those that have come to work, be treated like it is. But and we get the wrong thing, Ambassador, that is going on. Let me tell you something. If we continue on this path that Councillor Kubakra has said that he inherited, we'll get nothing good, Ambassador. Nothing good until that system is set up the right way. Now the Senate should be looking at audit. Now we ask Councillor Kubakra how much have been generated on that person. You say go to LRA. We are LRA collecting the money. Are you aware that at the various job sites, the various concession areas, Liberians are treated badly? Are you aware that these areas are where immorals, bad things are going on? Yes. We want to talk about work permit here. What's about labor law? Violation of Liberians' rights. Company will take a group of Liberians, put all contractors to work for 6 months. That 6 months, they will renew another contract 6 months. They'll be serving a contractor for 2 years.
And we are even getting report, even at the Ministry of Labor, there are contractors who are there, have not taken pay for 8 months.
You see there?
And it's been reported, allegedly, that Kubakra even took 15,000 out of the Labor Ministry account and carried to Thomas Yaya Neiman for him to bribe the committee.
Oh, no wonder why the chair on the committee is tackling.
Oh man, who started killing people in the name of protecting crime people?
He said was in power labor practice. Child soldiers.
Yeah,
They then reduce labor workforce in the country. They file you killing. They really meant chairman on a country like Liberia. Yeah, these are some of the reports we are getting, and we'll follow our investigation. That's what I said. It's been reported. It's alleged. Yeah. That he took 15,000 out of the labor account. And also, it's been reported as well that contractors have not been paid for over 8 months at the labor ministry. Then you give them other permits. You don't even know the kind of job they're doing in the country. And his daughter name also into singing up an issue again at the Ministry of State. Not every daughter, man. The man doing drugs, but he say he's an engineer. You don't know, you don't even care. I just told you I have seen a lot of folks. You are well with we all been in the NGO sector before. Sure. We have seen some of these things. I will fetch for that.
I won't get a message every day. But you're not already.
That will not do anything.
I mean, myself will be
the bottom of them made a hand for all.
We call it the again.
The poor one round you down. Thousands of dollars. Right down, you don't answer phone, you can't do this, you can't do that. Then the only thing that the Jamaican American there have to tell us, you can smoke anything, you want to smoke in the food, smoke it, then you go in the back, you know, on the bag of smart, getting on there. He said, people can kind of be like that. You can do the one about your smoking. You know, that's the protected people is definitely important. We know when they come when they come from jail, what else when they commit a crime, bringing them in the school. Should we be told that their man can move this machine and another man from wherever can move the machine, but this man is paid 3,000 and this man is paid 600. What is this? What? So if you get 15 on the machine, what it will take for you when you get like their man the 15 space or those spaces to work? And ambassador is also even into the agreements that there are certain jobs like bro will learn on the jobs and after 7 years they take over the position. It's in the agreement. Even at the airport around the world, that's why you see the people get asked. I just told you something. I was watching, they got the live. They were asking, how long you going to be here? Saying, I'm going to be here for 90 days. So now what are you going to be doing? So I'll be having some meeting, and but he mentioned that there's a set of problems with one tech company saying they're having problems. And the woman, when she looked at what she said, no, well, we don't need anybody else to come on the company. The fact that you did the kind of visa you have, you are not given the right to work. You can work, but overnight, we see people bringing their Chinese friends, their Lebanese friends, their Syrian friends, their Indian friends, and they start working. You go to some of the drugstores, you see them there. You go to the supermarket, you see them just sitting there. You go to the supermarket, you just see one man there walking around. Like, where is he? Why Liberians are holding the food, all on the very we have to prioritize Liberians in this country. You bring somebody down. You can't leave them vulnerable. You bring somebody from India, from China, Nigeria, that will not face your hand. Yeah. Who got fingers smaller than you? You can't even try the chef, the dietitians. You can't try them. What kind of food are bringing places? To the extent that people who are in the country, they love Liberian food and their own food. Yeah. We can go in a poor country, they will make you get used to their dishes. Yeah. Their food. They will make you get used to it. It's a country called Liberia that is so easy to settle in. You come here, just imagine, you get a Liberia, you got a friend to go learn English.
Because everybody you walk around to the extent they will start fighting to speak like us.
Liberians,
when you go to China now, they say send you to town. They can't tell you 6 months when you learn Chinese.
Yeah, go to school, learn for before.
Yes.
Doing another thing. We can't treat Liberians like this.
We can't treat our country like this.
And this has been an age-old problem.
And we expect people in the opposition. You talk about enough is enough. What did you do with the 6 years that you served as chairman? What did you do? That you go say you have gotten support or over 100,000 people to go. Enough is enough.
And they're right. They're right. Let them go there.
But let's go to the line this morning and talk to our callers on the line now. 0775-919-919, 0880-919-919 are the 2 numbers you can certainly call us on to be part of the conversation. Let's talk to our first caller. Be live. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, and you people you guys are standing up. If you were wrong yesterday, I think you should be corrected today.
Yes.
Okay, I've been wrong, and I listen to the words that you say concerning narrative and all of this. And years ago, what did he do? They have been people of the state. They didn't say for what other mechanisms that they have put in place that will be done very well.
Yeah, and I said you said you keep to fix it.
Yeah.
That should be, don't get excuses, fix it. And you can tell you carry on that system you inherited. What business is that? What will you be telling them about cooking? Thank you. Thank you. So, man, I don't know. I'm talking. Good morning. Yes, sir.
In Basel, I think we all can be saying it right in. So now we will also say it different way. Let me make it direct. You are at the quarter. We're discussing about it, like the displacement of your appointment. I'm highly disappointed me. I said he collected money. I saw you all that. He called me off. So this morning, I listened to another thing. I'm so happy because before I go beyond here, I did my study. I go ask people. I can't get a car. I went to the shop. I went with Lufa newspaper. I'm the certain manager. So now to get provide information for somebody, they will be fine and say no. And the information I bring out, that means I'm going to it.
Okay.
I got official information about it. But as soon as I say, oh man, collected money, he called me out today. I think we all saying the same thing. That day, you don't understand me. The old man, getting you for a bit of not doing the right thing. If I want nothing reason, let me tell you clearly. If I want me to align that position, I far the GSC, the whole all the paper. The old man doing the wrong thing over there, he gets got that whole place. Somehow I said, you go and start it, you only 4-0-1. Because you get part of people, now you know it. Look at how he was sweating. But the whole invited him. You saw how the old man was sweating, they had to take it. Old man walk out my game. They can't have me like that. So we'll keep talking there. Let the right thing be done in Liberia.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's talk to other callers on the line.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
My name is Fire. I call from Wako. Yeah, thank you this morning for the topics on the discussion. You see, the thing that happening, there are some of us we don't want to talk it because of protection when jobs start. But our working with a company, the company here were doing construction work. After finish with all the construction now to run the company, to run the plan now, they brought another people what they say that they were specialists. These people will not afford them for their job. But for me, I'm a driver. But the people now that they brought, who were about 2 on the job, 2 drivers, they put all down. The people that came from elsewhere, the foreigners that came, they said they should drive themselves and also be doing their specialty job. We not find them on their specialty job, but why you should take our own driving job with a Liberian? Now, set that down our dream project from that day to now. I don't need to go nowhere with my project because I want all the job. That there is also work that we can be doing. So I thank God for Senator Dillon that they keep pushing. That they keep pushing for all. We rather the people rather or the doing far to we the Liberian that learn our trade. We are not enjoying our trade that we're learning. Thank you.
Thank you for being part of the show. Let's talk to other callers. You're live.
Good morning, Nat and Brooke.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Neil Miller, calling from Marshall this morning. Brother, it is very sad for we in Nigeria for all the bees like this. Everybody that are getting power, we just put our safety first. Always is the agent, which is it. Different people. So that they're going to say that people in this country. For me, I'm a construction person. And more often, if I go to some of the students, like King of Village students, our burden, they just working like a slave. And this body men street men, they just pour our burden. They just doing all they can do. They can't test nothing. They are not doing no how our burden. They don't want pouring steel, pouring the wall, doing the wall. They found they know that they earn more money than our burden would do the hard work. And but it's not so be so for our brother who they that can get the power that we put any power. They are the ones causing the problem to we the citizens. They are not in the interest of we are the citizens of this country. They're making it the poverty rate is going on a daily basis on every one of us. The people that project you read they themselves, they don't care what goes on down. Yeah? So that is the problem. That they know and a lot of people that have pushed it so everything that goes straight is what we put it up in.
Okay, thank you. Let's talk to other callers. You're live.
Good morning, ambassadors.
Good morning.
Yeah, well, I want to say thanks this morning. I follow you guys. All is well said, but I want to recommend something. And we in line with what you discussed regarding the labor ministry. If what the Senate is working on, I think they need to apply more effort into that direction. And one of the things that will happen is that if that job, that the foreigner will decide what to pay the Liberian. That particular payroll that they are using sending to labor, and that payroll they change, they will not be in a position again to ready to pay Liberian up to $2,000-3,000. They will not be in a position. The highest Liberian being paid in other supermarket, other places, ambassador is $140 or $150. It will be a fake rate set by the foreign national backed by our own citizens. Because what I always say on your platform is that law for country is not in our heart. It's not in our heart. Many of these things will not be happening. They councillor that set a labor minister came for a rescue mission, and you know what the Senate is doing. If this was successful, you will notice that they pay at the
discussion this morning, and I know how Liberian want to it. So let's go for it.
My daughter Kumba, how is the business today? Well, your face, how are you looking so? Like you thinking about something.
And I say me, I going through plenty things. So I take my pay the next day. I'm telling you, all the money can check go tell that my children's school fee, hospital money, rent, my own say small thing and set nothing. I can't do anything good for myself.
Amen.
Then to make matter worse, I try to put small money in lay business to go out of the country. But to find foreign currency, I can just be running around. It's too bad that. Things how I am stressed.
Yeah. Anything you don't know is bigger than you for true, yeah?
What you mean now, Patroni?
Kumba? On March 27, 2025, the Central Bank of Liberia launched the National Financial Education Program for people like you.
The National Financial Education Program?
They finished putting it outside. That is they call launch. And that President Joseph Newman Boaka said launched the program for the whole country.
Okay. So what in the program will do for person like me now?
The program will solve your problem, my daughter.
Tell me something.
The financial education program will help people like you, Kumba, to understand how to take care of your money. Google.
Yeah?
Yes. It will show you how to set financial goals, how to budget your money, how to save part of your money after you take pay, how you can turn some of your money around in business for it to grow.
What?
Yo. So after taking pay, you can't be broke again.
That good thing, oh, for Johnny.
Yeah, oh, Makumba. The Central Bank of Liberia will work with plenty other government offices then like Ministry of Education, Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Gender and Social Protection, and other groups then like the Liberia Marketing Association to make sure you're the women and girls manage your money. Google.
Oh, yeah. That is very good.
Yo. Now, this financial education get many steps.
Tell me about them, Pa Johnny. Tell me.
First, you have to set your financial goals.
What?
This means you must think about where you want to see yourself in the future. Maybe 1 year from now, you won't get plenty money to be able to take care of all of your problems.
Yeah.
Or you want to be big businesswoman. But you can only reach where you want to see yourself in having more money according to the way you will plan to use your money today.
How that one already work now?
That the next step I will come into. They call it budgeting, meaning planning how to use your money the right way.
Yes, that one that true.
So you budget by making a plan that show how you will use your money. Once you take your pay or you get any money, you have to sit down to put idea together to use your money.
Yeah.
In line with the thing that you need to do for you and your family, and you will still be able to keep some.
It makes sense.
Yes, so when you make your budget, that means you have to stick to it because you plan for everything already.
That's true.
The other important thing, that's saving. Saving means to keep some money somewhere for you to use in future. They just using all your money so you take pay.
Okay. But this saving you're talking about, ain't that to keep the money in your safe to your house, eh?
One advice, Makuma, do not keep the money in your house or under your mattress. Yes, go to the bank house and open your saving an account. You can open 2 savings.
2 savings?
Yes. You can open 1 saving or account with any mobile phone company. Like that, you carry your money on your phone right in your own hand anywhere you going.
But why if the phone lost now?
Easy. Just go back to the mobile phone company and get your SIM card back with all your money still on it. Yes. Then you could choose to open another saving or account with a bank. Just go to any bank you like and say you want to open saving to keep your money. They will help you open an account.
Okay, but what the benefit in that one?
A bank account has many benefits. Number 1, the bank can put interest on top of your money you keeping with it.
Okay.
And because of that, you can also be able to take loan from the bank where you open your saving. Okay. With that loan money, you can make business to grow your money or do. And when you take loan from the bank, make sure you're able to pay it back.
Yeah.
At the same time, open your eyeball to all the things that you will agree to on the loan paper. Like when you will pay back, how much you will pay every time, and then the main one, wedding business you're taking the loan money for. And you must understand the interest you will have to pay to. Yeah, after that, you can make a plan to pay back your debt. Manage the debt, Google.
Yeah, it will not be good you take loan, then you're not able to pay it back.
It's not correct like that, sir. Yeah, that digging hole, covering hole thing not correct because you will still be in the hole.
Yeah.
What some people do is to make sure they take a loan to put the money into something that brings in more money. They call it investment. So they can be able to pay their debt and be able to save at the same time.
So Google ad here, yeah?
Yes, so then another good thing is to insure your business or your home.
Insurance for my business, my home, my...
So, God forbid, if something bad happen, the insurance company can help you get something bad because you are protected against loss.
No, Pa Johnny, I will go to the financial education program and learn about money matter, yeah? Insurance, hayaka.
Yeah, because with insurance, when your property damaged or warehouse burned with your goods inside, for example, the insurance will pay.
Oh! So a part of financial education too, eh?
Yes, it is part of the financial education tool to manage risk and protect yourself. Then you know, some business people don't treat their customers very good.
They plenty of.
Fine. So the last thing the CBL and other Google friends talk about, they say you get right as customer to complain any business house that will not treat you the right way.
Any business house?
Yes, like banks or mobile phone companies. If they not treat you the right way, you must talk it.
Okay.
That's right. And under the financial education program, you listen to me, they will teach you how to complain and how they will hear your complaint. So, Kuma, that you.
Thank you plenty, Papa Johnny. I will make sure to be part of the financial education program so I can learn all the good things about money.
This message is from the government of Liberia through the Central Bank of Liberia.
To hear from you as it relates. And you know, I'm getting this report, Ambassador Farr, that at the ministry there are issues also ongoing. That Minister Cooper Cry, who is the labor minister and the legal person as well, he offered assistance. Is the one bar. Is the one heading the team that is doing verification on work permit instead of the Inspector General of Labor.
Wow.
And according to them, because of the tension, the aircraft, they have sanctioned a nationwide verification, but it is headed by his office assistant instead of the inspector who's supposed to go do it. So like office now go to the place, go to that place.
So what's the intent?
So he can get a report that will be favorable for him to carry to the Senate because the man who chairing it, Labor, he's somebody.
Well, I think this is way beyond belated. Councillor Crash should have done this before even.
But the inspectorate division of the ministry should be doing this thing to make sure they do the verification and make a comprehensive report. Now your office assistant and you can put placed in a position. That's what they reported. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, Jonah.
Good morning.
Yeah, so there's a control from the Soviet. So that's the reasons you feel that with that person, when they were protect, about the example, because that was that person putting up. If we were working, we're not going to protect. But because they put up a job for all the career of foreigner, so we let people, so everybody get used to it and we get 10 actually that go protect a kid our own government that we go to it and pay all go protect in there. As you see, every day see young people, so they protect in the don't want us. Don't have to get everything to go. If I wouldn't myself, you are the everything from one of the side, I will protect. No, I'm not going to speak, but I said not to all day, only smoking. Looking for food, you go, you want to go to my career, and I was like, you have people who have a weapon one day. What is your protect? So our common wishes the reason of what protecting the water because there is no job for all will let me say down 24 hours and your farmer just of protect because you go to any better.
Thank you as well. Let's talk to our callers. Good morning. 0775 919 to this caller on the line. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. This is Pastor calling you from the Guru Market here.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you ever so much. For my recommendation to my honorable host, Sunday in the Era, Kubokura has to be placed on the beyond bar for violating library rights. That means that all the things is saying for me, it will continue just to retrieve the music will sing it at the end of the but action should be taken. I heard one of the traders saying the LRE is the one collecting money. Labor minister not also be generating for government. So if the police stop to be direct order that for today, the labor minister, $1 million, like we are already $1 million to be generated, and they don't have to generate, don't do it.
conversation. You're live.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Oh, my people in the studio, my good friend, thank you so much for the topic on the discussion this morning. God bless you guys. My name is Morris Cromer. I'm calling from Tupelo. Look, my chief, they suffer too much in the country when it comes to companies and nothing. They brought package men to be the supervisor. That, in fact, all like my brother doing the highest work, the bigger work on the tire, they not even paying him up to 500. But the man who is considered someone in the offer air pollution blowing, he is supervisor. He make him, in fact, he eat the cat, they bring him in and say, I'm going to eat there. So, the only thing that will work until the executive decide to do it, because the very lawmaker, they are in bed with the executive. The only way that will work until the executive agree to it. All I want to go doing all that for nothing, because they're not able to tell the executive the truth, because they sold themselves to the executive. And what lawmaker do in the country from the past up to now, that what they still doing. So how will those things work? You go bring somebody from India, you go bring somebody from other countries, they come here, they stay over our ancestors in the supermarket. And they have more than 10 to 15 cameras in our place. Then they still go bring somebody staying over there. So even if they're stealing, you just forget where you get a camera already. Why should you bring another person standing over the people? My brother, you keep saying it. Please, begging your let it reach to the president. If you are not going to know, they just saying that for nothing according to that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Let's talk to other colors. You're live.
Good morning, William. Good morning to our many listeners.
Good morning, Gabby.
Yeah, thank you for the recognition. William, let me appreciate you guys this morning for playing the issues on your platform. You see, we understand that the Liberian people have a concern for which there was change of government. We understand the president came to power to deliver on behalf of the Liberian people. According to him, we did differently. And we're saying that guys who have been appointed as minister, that the minister of labor, let the president make it a duty. Sometimes drive to those places where the company staff is. The same way he drove for him, he went to Liba, and he was able to meet with the better leadership, and they had that inauguration program for the new construction, and they knew the best way that better is investing in Nigeria. We appreciate him. But sometimes that the president goes to places that fear ranking, places that farm days, places that go of concession when agreement are working. Let him go there or Louis to the people that fulfill no invitation. So can hear for the Nigerian people. We keep our Chinese people that are working with the Chinese people. They don't day off for any country. They work from Sunday to Sunday. Today, our labor minister, when it goes to those labor companies, to those Chinese people, we're going to take Brian and Zero and leave for them. The Nigerian as something. And the president wants it that way, and they are appointed people to do it on behalf of the country. But instead of them doing it, they are doing it for themselves to benefit. Because when they go and the people want to stop, they say Zero and leave. So that's what President said. Thank you for the opportunity to see this morning.
You're welcome, Emmanuel.
Let's talk to other callers. You're live. 0775 919 919 0880 919 the two numbers you can send the callers on. So let's go to talk to this caller on the line.
Yeah, good morning, William. Good morning, my brother.
Yeah. Go ahead.
The thing in our country is we are just looking at the upper level of the situation, but we did experience, we don't love ourselves. Even though those foreigners they come in the same moment, but we that bring we have our own problems and we always be our own problems, then we change our mentality toward each other. Because for instance, if a foreigner comes today in your country with a company, and there's particular ways that we go to that individual. One is trying to get more money than your friend. If you didn't go to advocate for increment and not party, so we ourselves have our own problems in the country. Thank you.
Thank you for being part of the conversation as well this morning. Yeah, sometimes we ourselves, sometimes you see immigration people You send in those the attire shop when some of the immigration people get there to ask the Fulani or whoever, say, let me see your paper, your work permit, your resident permit. Liberians will get involved and with a true or or strong.
Yeah, they are the ones that even they use against their own people.
Yeah, you the man, that man do nothing. Hey, I can't get it, man. But in other countries, you work with your document. Nobody, on the other side, nobody dare just look at you and when some officer asking you, you don't even get involved. Even if
they say a black manager there. They will use the black manager be aware of those violations that go on. When inspectors go there, he gave different stories.
You know, one of my colleagues were telling me something the other time. We were having a conversation, and he said, "You went to the state. He from Liberia, they culture how we can speak to people. So every morning, he went for some seminar. To go, he will always see that this lady will walk or some together on the bus or school, and he will always speak to the lady. And the lady reported him. She said, "You don't know the man, why the man keeps singing to him?" And he told me, he said, "My brother, the new role I started taking, now to even pass if on that place, if we know," he said. And one of the professors, the one lodged the complaint told that I had to make for him. They're the ones, we don't understand these things. You speak down other countries, greetings, nothing will do here. People see something that is very, very, very something. Mm-hmm. You must, I'm gonna know you before I tell you hi. Because now you see the person, the person started thinking, where do I know this man from? Mm-hmm. And these people will never give all the space that we give them. We're not saying we'll stop them. We are concerned about jobs we're giving to people that people can do. That people can do.
True. And let's prioritize our people. Yeah. Because we must make this country better.
We got vocational school, we put it up right here. Yeah. Every day mechanic, every day driver, the men driving trucks. Men are here driving trucks. You bring one man, hear the other story that the man told. You put that in, that you got somebody for tire repair, that's super power, and you get people who doing the physical work to repair tire oil, right? Now you go to some of the tire shops, you see 10, 15-year-old kids are there. You bring these people. We are not saying don't give jobs to foreigners. Then look at what we don't have people that can do. Good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. How you doing? This is someone calling from People Road.
Go ahead, Chief.
Yeah, thank you for a brilliant topic this morning. But this is what happening in our setting. I do believe that government is supposed to create an avenue for the citizens to live a better life. But we Liberians, because we depend on government so highly that even we stay home, they should pay us. That is why they're blocking us. Because if they know our capability, our citizens that got the power, they won't do what they are doing. But because they see that our weakness, that, I'll tell you, man, actually, small incentive, okay, so I can hold it to that point. So we are very late. You're doing well. You're doing well. God will bless you, but we bless it. We depend on people to pay up before we eat. They're not supposed to be all the country that all went through. The people have hard working, so they get time for government thing. But if you pray, everything will be government. I want to bless you. Thank you.
Thank you as well for being part of the conversation. Let's talk to other callers you like.
Yeah, good morning, Ricky.
Good morning.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is the small calling with Bravo.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Ricky, that's why I say that's bro, really. Well, when you look at that today, the country, that the citizens don't even get boiled or right in that own era. Or all year, cry on the road, see the Chinese working your house, or reality. The Chinese, they have no house in the country. They use our brother who either we don't want to have some food or the PSC for the day, they must say. They pay someone about 3 hours, they must say per day. And the whole using it. And secondly, I would like to portray the government of real estate are saying when it comes to the concessional agreement. Our resources are leaving the country too much. At least there's about time. We're talking about how many countries we've seen the new generation talking about vision 2060. What is that right we to prepare for this vision? Well, African has to take the initiative of their own resources to be able to manufacture things. It was now exporting jobs to other. But when you carry this money, for example, that money, the money for the countries that are doing, and every kind of year for a long. They carry the resources out of the country, raw material shipping, and you're shipping out west to people. What is the manufacturer this thing here? You open here, open the manufacturer producing anything. The first year, I tell my brother, come outside to come and watch it. Why so they're putting raw material here for 99 years, they holiday. Why can't you open that factory here to report our own people? They live what we get out from that put it again. And it's taking it, giving us the formula. I think it is an injustice, brother. And I'm fair to our people. So our protest will always be on the street. Protest. Thank you for the call around.
Thank you.
Okay.
Let's talk to the callers. Good morning.
Good morning.
Go ahead.
My name is James Town and I come from the Ralph Road. So basically, there's a guy, before I make my point, there's a guy who are calling saying Labrador lazy. I don't know which country that he ever been.
What I mean?
I'm not sitting here.
That's the old mentality.
I work with a Chinese company, okay? I work as a driver and I'm doing 3 jobs. And I basically, if you all see the coins company around this place, if you all see the coins, the bingo, I end on it. So come almost 9 million. I had a Chinese sitting by me here. I didn't want to reach to somebody really.
Yeah, please come here. Come here.
Come, let's talk.
I want you to team.
Okay, so and I earn a 9 million a month, but I bring that a month. If I figure I'm responsible for here to marshals and appeal. I'm the driver who is responsible for this place. And I know I can see the reality, I can see the money on this company, and we don't even have posts today. I think you're wearing paper. Can you imagine that? Things are tough. And they paying us.
It's one of the things I'm just about to talk about.
Yeah, and I've been here 2 years
without
employment. I've been here
no problem.
Thank
you. And this is something I thought.
We really want you to come here to us so that we want to see what's coming in from inside those areas.
Yeah, and I'm about to play this interview that was held by Senator Yan Twan talking about.
My children are going to school. My school fee, and I can not school fee to pay. I pay school fee, my children pay my daughter, yes, about the president, my daughter saying that. Yes, children, we are with you. My children go to school. I'm going to pay them free education. Yes, I'm going to join here. What's the Ascara grade? Send my child to school. But for the time, what's the Ascara grade? Send my child to school. They put them on the Ascara grade and me. So my child go to school. Yes. And the priest of them there, he lied to us. He let us straight. What about money? How much day? What about money? My priest of them, they get about priest of not doing nothing for us. What's the Ascara grade? We're working. And the president will not what's the Ascara grade there. Nothing will not get it. Who can want my game to cover? Yeah. So no buying rather than buying. Yes. No person for me.
We will be on your way.
So you keep saying they can try. Can you clarify something?
The rescue, they can rescue. People dying of hunger. 2-3 days. No food. So we are telling you to step back up and press up. Now, what if 335? 3,500 present hold down. They better rescue, you can rescue. We're all done, people behind it. People going through the hunger and the top down, whatever not going to school. We behind it. Then they push on the people. Why you push on the people? Don't let them that way. Take you. They just there for us. And that's what they do. That time. That's what they're doing. Don't let them now when they try it. They can't even try it. Don't let them now. We will be on your way.
So I keep saying they keep trying. Can you clarify something?
But the rescue, they can rescue. People die of hunger. 2-3 days. Your food. So we are telling you to set them up and press up. Now, what if 3,500 present hold down. They better rescue, you can rescue. We're all done, people behind it. People going through the hunger and the top down, whatever not going to school. We behind it. Then they push on the people. Why you push on the people? Don't let them that way. Take you. They just there for us. And that's what they do. That time. That's what they're doing. Don't let them now when they try it. They can't even try it. Don't let them now. We will be on your way.
So I keep saying they keep trying. Can you clarify something?
But the rescue, they can rescue. People dying of hunger. 2-3 days. Your food. So we are telling you to set them up and press up. Now, what if 3,500 present hold down. They better rescue, you can rescue. We're all done, people behind it. People going through the hunger and the top down, whatever not going to school. We behind it. Then they push on the people. Why you push on the people? Don't let them that way. Take you. They just there for us. And that's what they do. That time. That's what they're doing. Don't let them now when they try it. They can't even try it. Don't let them now. We will be on your way.
So I keep saying they keep trying. Can you clarify something?
But the rescue, they can rescue. People dying of hunger. 2-3 days. Your food. So we are telling you to set them up and press up. Now, what if 3,500 present hold down. They better rescue, you can rescue. We're all done, people behind it. People going through the hunger and the top down, whatever not going to school. We behind it. Then they push on the people. Why you push on the people? Don't let them that way. Take you. They just there for us. And that's what they do. That time. That's what they're doing. Don't let them now when they try it. They can't even try it. Don't let them now. We will be on your way.
So I keep saying they keep trying. Can you clarify something?
But the rescue, they can rescue. People dying of hunger. 2-3 days. Your food. So we are telling you to set them up and press up. Now, what if 3,500 present hold down. They better rescue, you can rescue. We're all done, people behind it. People going through the hunger and the top down, whatever not going to school. We behind it. Then they push on the people. Why you push on the people? Don't let them that way. Take you. They just there for us. And that's what they do. That time. That's what they're doing. Don't let them now when they try it. They can't even try it. Don't let them now. We will be on your way.
So I keep saying they keep trying. Can you clarify something?
But the rescue, they can rescue. People dying of hunger. 2-3 days. Your food. So we are telling you to set them up and press up. Now, what if 3,500 present hold down. They better rescue, you can rescue. We're all done, people behind it. People going through the hunger and the top down, whatever not going to school. We behind it. Then they push on the people. Why you push on the people? Don't let them that way. Take you. They just there for us. And that's what they do. That time. That's what they're doing. Don't let them now when they try it. They can't even try it. Don't let them now. We will be on your way.
So I keep saying they keep trying. Can you clarify something?
But the rescue, they can rescue. People dying of hunger. 2-3 days. Your food. So we are telling you to set them up and press up. Now, what if 3,500 present hold down. They better rescue, you can rescue. We're all done, people behind it. People going through the hunger and the top down.
Press.
Well, thank you so much, and never the first it, and you are most welcome to my offices and my immediate right is my chief of staff, my other staff members are over there, and I know this victory that we won today will not have been accomplished. So I want to bless you too. You have been supportive of the process. I know the people in Sano today, they are happy that their election of us was not a mistake. We've come to represent them. We've come to bring, actualization to their lives, create a situation that will make them self-empowered to appreciate the government. When a government exists and does not develop platform for individual self-actualization, that is, I'm sitting here as a lawmaker, I'm eating my cow meat, somebody that is sitting down today in Bokondre, will be able to afford a daily meal. And that's one of the reasons why we thought, to provide the instruments. So today we are happy to inform the people of Sino that we passed the legislature today at the level of the House of Representatives passed three instruments. They passed the bill and establishing Namopo Sanitary District in Namopo County District, in Sano County. We passed a bill that created Grisby Farm as a city. Large, when you get farm, it's a farm. There's a big community that has about 125, inhabitants, and that is rich too in resources and has otherwise required. Then we also pass Sibe Township. Sometimes pass somebody pop something, that has a semblance of Sibe being or borough. And it didn't go anywhere because you can't have more than one borough in your country. So we only Nukutan is a borough in this country. So we are going to work along with our coding and different instruments that passed today. So Sibe has township. What these instruments, what they mean to the people? So they will create job employment, job creation. Usually when you're doing development planning, a land size is people. What comes to the people, what accrues to the people. So the instrument, they are so unique because they will bring life to Sino, they will bring youth empowerment, they will bring, and education, health care delivery. So everybody in that part of the region will feel government's relevant, government impactfulness. So we are happy that today, and after a long, it started in February, last February, today, that it passed at our level. And we can assure you that we will continue to do our utmost, that we enjoy, Senate consensus. Okay, we send for concurrent. So that's why we call it this morning to tell you that we have made a breakthrough in the history of Sino County. I think we are the first lawmaker for that matter to have created this. I don't know. The last time I checked, I found out the name. And these are our 5 instruments that we have passed since we became a lawmaker. Sometimes they say, usually if you take part in elections and you won elections, don't think your opponent will be happy. And they will demify you. No matter what you do, they will say something about it. And that's why for me, I'm not too attentive on what, the silent minority, that disenchanted silent majority to do. My focus is what I do for my country. I'll do my utmost and I'll do my best.
We've been celebrating. Asalamida been here 20 years. Everybody, Asalamida. Critically look at the dividends. What can they show? And when he said something that was dedicated over the weekend, worth over $1 billion, that's something that can be dismantled at any time. That's true. In Babylon Valley, you be more closer to them. You have seen that area,
some of the structure that Lanco left, that what they stay operating.
I'm going to say use their central office currently.
Yeah, because you know they started. That's why we keep talking. Government need to be careful. Our lawmakers need to be mindful and do the needful. That you don't rush to sign so many concessions. These people, they come and survive on structures that were existing before they got here.
And they build nothing.
And they build nothing.
Substance. This
particular plan. All about iron together that you on school at any time start packing and carrying it.
The particular plan after 5 to 10 years, it gets to be a scrap.
So
there's no durable structure that I would say people will use. And over the 2 decades,
why are we signing concessions, renewing people agreement? We're all making demands. We're all evaluating that and having assessment done to know whether these people were able to follow what they signed up to. We're not saying they shouldn't go. But at the end of the day, the structure they put over there, they can bring a whole lot of folks and say we don't have the people.
Even imagine, Ambassador, those workplace that Lemco brought, those structures are still in the butchers.
Yes.
They try renovating some of them. They went back to square
zero. You continue.
Exactly, continue.
Continue. Pour air conditioner, they pour.
That's it.
Continue. They think after they get school hot.
They make it also baby and all. Stay there, continue. Yeah. And let me say this, Ambassador, with all fear of favor. If ArcelorMittal will continue to deliberately neglect the people of Liberia, especially Nimba, Bong, and Bassa, then ArcelorMittal should go from this country. They are remaining 5 years. If they ain't careful, ArcelorMittal will leave in the country.
But most of the folks are operating in Liberia, Ambassador. They are operating on structures that they met from other people.
Yeah.
That's why you see, Senator Peter Duncan said something. We need to know the company, their shareholders. Because sometimes some of these people who previously were here investing in Liberia will buy share in that company and say, well, go there, then this structure located at so place, you can start from there. They working, some of them left some of them, they were mining, they left some of the iron ores and other things. Those people are taking years to take it from there before even starting their own operation. And government will say that we look at it.
But Ambassador, let me tell you something. With some issues we gathered from Nema County allegedly, when they were taking scraps, they clean all that Lanco left. It was a mountain.
And yeah, they just brought. They will be washing everything here now to take.
Because
so 20 years, you so dead. But what's the ever? So why are you one?
That we want stupid. Yeah, that we want stupid. So we get a poor top mountain part of iron ore. They say that scrap. ArcelorMittal first break that made a water steel giant.
Yeah,
that was clean ore.
In Liberia.
Clean ore. They said they were taking scrap. We heard allegedly that it was a mountain part of clean iron ore.
In the world of
the first break. At that time they had EMP. Energy and Power is a Ghanaian company.
In the world of the city police IG of Painesville, Melvin Trouble, he said that bad blood that they can't give it. Yeah.
You see, we get the point. You feel that was stupid here. You imagine? I heard Mita saying that they come down build a road from Ganta to Yegepa. 20 years. We saw they for 6 months. If they can't build school, they can't build hospital, they can't build a road, let them go.
You just ask those people to leave today, they will be on their knees. But we argue that the people, we are not even going there to invest in their country, to take anything from them. We got everything here. They come to us, they enslave us, they tell what the Liberians can do, they will bring their people here, pay their high, and leave Liberians struggling. Then you will sign these kind of agreements over the period of time. Yeah, see something?
What about that? When ArcelorMittal one here, other companies came here. Where are they? They go on.
Let's hear from our caller before we go home. 0775 919 919 080 9199. We got what the people want, and they deciding how to treat us. You know,
can't you put that? You got resources and you trying to become beggars.
Good morning.
Don't make a pay them kind of make us do the slave in front of them. But we don't want to be
morning. You can delay. Let's talk to other callers. Good morning.
Good morning, Ricky.
Good morning, sir.
So, yeah, I want to say, and I want to say this all important. Our government in the country is our leader. The girl is now a poor country. We have a poor country that will depend on other countries to solve that. The girl, we have less politicians that have been working in the country to better things. But what we know is our government official, our leader, are now working for all. They get money, they want us in 2000, they can't get some money.
Yeah.
They get
anything put in your pocket.
If our leader get up, I'll tell you that we will not protest them. We know when the street we're working. I didn't work and go and leave my job and go to protest. We go to Myanmar. But because there is no job, they keep us as slaves. So you see what every day you see that women are going the way they go today. Thank you for the time.
You see yourself, you say you're constructing your house, you're acquiring land. When you go to protest, you think about how much better smell going to your construction site.
You're welcome.
Yeah, we did. I was at the press conference of the senator yesterday, and the senator in his case, he had to call a big way to come to Nigeria. You see what is happening at the Arsenal matter? I probably worked with Arsenal matter for 6 years, because 6 months on the contract of AFCON. We think if we get there and see how Nigerians have been treated, to see that even that plan that the people built, I was there when they started the process. That plan is not durable. The people just
and my brother, the issue is they never told us about building nothing. When you say, I mean, I want you to say more than they paying behind our back. Together.
Yeah, the 1.4 billion asset that I talk about, the numerical values of that plan will be far more than 50,000. Those guys cannot have investments of 1.4 billion, and the surrounding, there's no road leading to that place.
Yeah.
There should be a climate call.
The road and Lango build, I see road posted using.
Lango. Yeah. Lango and go to Yekeba and see how Yekeba looking. So we want the debate for the senator yesterday to be resonated. That should be a national debate that Liberia will take it to the hand. That all concession companies that will come in this country will be very keen about the well-being of Nigeria.
And they should be able, the Senate, where we are asking the Senate to as well, or the government, we need experts, and we have them here to go and do a appraisal or verify and look at the durability. How long is it going to last, or and what are they just play something down for all the look at the end they bring people to go and work and they can't get any result.
They could fool us.
How many persons that structure dedicated would add to the workforce in Liberia?
They said they will employ 3,000. After a time they go to 7,000. Have you ever employed 2,000 people in the country before?
The Environmental Protection Agency need to go there to see also the hazards associated with that plan.
Yes.
There's too many things we need to do to know the well-being of the all what we need to do, you media people continue to resonate it. Liberian people should take it very key because they will get success.
Yeah, but also got to be willing to protect us with our beating glory.
Yeah, now how they can do the poor hands with. Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, going to tell you one. Just imagine at home resting on a Sunday. One radio talk show, few radio carriers, somebody sending me text telling me to listen to the radio station. And I start asking, you civilized, you normal, you ready to know yourself? You are taking your time to ready to know me? Come even to my work, always they ask about me. You be asking me to, because you got one late feelings. You're not talking about bro, you're talking about party. You talk about this person, you sending me text.
So listen.
On a Sunday, you say I'm gonna listen to listen. Look at that illiteracy. When you call in Jack Rabbit, somebody says, no, what's that? How can you be limited to that level?
You
telling me to listen?
You know what the country can China take posted? It'll jail people, we jail them. It'll hang up them. Let's do it for the country to get
because the jail feel love because they feel
the jail tell me hold
on. Concerned about people who are in jail never been tried. Will you have a Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Wilson. So basically, I was only line where
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Please, I want to have a time. I don't know if any of you people can take my number. I want to have a time, but basically, it should be maybe around the weekend. I was telling you, they offer permit to every day they are coming. I'm on witness every day they are coming. And the so-called minister that gave permit every day. Every day, I'm a witness. I'm a witness. Every day they give them it. And I will have a photo to tell you how they enjoy it. And the cigarette they use, the money. Just know what I'm saying. What are we telling the country into? This is not about politics. We are not a politician. It's a reality. You want people go on the street to go protest. Parliament, you should have job and you know what?
13 now.
You say, I never know what the government are. I went to they including son, I didn't go to church. I'm a Latter-day member. I'm a leader in my church, I don't go to church. All because I don't have no job to do. When I came to the country, I was driving taxi. That's what I'm 50. I don't have a job to do. I forcibly, every day I had to go to work.
Thank you. I'll call you after the show.
We can't continue trying our citizens like this. We can't continue.
Good morning, sir.
This is Woodford Second calling from Babylon Signary.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm just working this morning on email. Email is a 219 company. Can you invest 1.4 billion somewhere where you have a good road to go to the investment?
When you come to invest, we're not even the country GDP. Eh? We so see it.
You know, last one here, and I'm still doesn't know and taking the serious. They're going to see for us to go back home. They got you that is school there, they say that time. That's what you don't play with you. That thing, and if this month or anytime we get back home, but people don't know. They got that threat from somewhere where it was.
And at the same time, all the talk on here, the gold face, they brought back the whole. Those things you have been manufactured right here and put the structure up. Now that they be working, see them fixing it and put it there. You.
We want going to Twitter. We want finished product.
I too shame for my
we better 1.4 billion somewhere. There's no road to go to the investment. What as far as the issue?
He didn't $1 billion when they pay money.
Yeah.
So he put the other change on it. Good morning.
The whole country GDP not really $1 billion.
I think the day of judgment has come. My name is hearing the reference are rising up. You know, I have several other AML and writing letters trying to move around guys within the concession there. But those guys are afraid they are being almost as casual that anytime they rise up, they will lose their job. Because people within the government is only too good. People that are by them, I can call many of them. They are in the paper there. They know how the Greens are suffering their own employed. At certain time, they employ certain policies that when you reach 24 more above, you be employed. But as soon as you reach 22, 23 more, the men are dropping up. They should reapply. That is something they are doing, applying even to your all in the blood. And our labor sector take time there to listen to those guidance policies, carrying cases to court every day.
Anytime you're working somewhere, they tell you say reapply. That means they don't want you. No one can blame me, told me I will not reapply, I won't.
Now, there are cases flooded in the labor case. They do not even able to handle
I can't work with you go the fastest 10 years, then you can tell me I'm a reapply. Well, since in that way, it can no, I beg you. I don't go pull out whatever my eyes saying by the roadside.
These are the bad people that are getting the level people hard in the country. Lay out cases from 2018 parallel to the Supreme Court. I will carry a labor case to the Supreme Court and just go hang it over and get a criminal case. Where the person will get money is not working to be running after the cases. But I think the day has come. So thank you for catching the issue for us.
Okay, we'll take this final caller. Good morning.
Good morning. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Thank you. I listen to the section from Nimba. These are the things that we expect our lawmakers to be doing. Look at a new senator when he gets there. I've listened to him before he gets played. A non senator who is talking about breaking government down, who are not talking about the country to let the country on. See what a senator are getting. New senator.
And I say when people will protest, but he's saying something that will help the populace. And these are issues people who were in government before should be doing the changing the narrative. But now,
okay, folks.
If I slap me again, we get the country, let them go. We look for different partner. We can continue to be. We're not stupid yet.
All right, folks. This is how I would like to leave you on this edition of the morning ride. Leave you on this what Tuesday, but it's good and it's a pleasure having you following us. I'm Wiggy Brooks.
And I'm Nathaniel Farr. Check it out.
Thanks so much to the man TV Plus Backley who will be having the camera producing all of the sound.